Pokimane is, was, and will forever be known as one of the biggest streamers of all time. However, her career has been uniquely controversial, and some may even consider her one of the most controversial streamers of all time. I myself have made countless videos documenting the individual controversies and dramas that Pokimane has been involved in, and she recently said that she would no longer be streaming on Twitch and is presumably taking steps to stop taking streaming as seriously as she has been in the past, which will lead to her eventual retirement. I wanted to make this video compiling every bit of content I've made about Pokimane throughout the years. So for those who are unfamiliar with her story or her in general, or for those who just like my videos talking about her, maybe some of the roasts, I've compiled it all here for you guys today. Please enjoy, and if you're new here, take 1 second to just leave a like on the video and subscribe. It helps me out more than you can imagine. Enjoy. So today I wanted to look at some of the most brain-dead Twitter users, and it's really not hard to find brain-dead Twitter users. Just go to the homepage, and within 5 minutes of scrolling, really 5 seconds of scrolling, you'll be met with some very stupid opinions. Now, specifically after the whole Pokimane and Jidion drama, a lot of people started attacking Ninja and giving some, in my opinion, horrible takes about the whole situation. And in my last video where I talked about the Pokimane, Jidion, and Ninja drama, I spent some time in the video looking at, like, in my opinion, horrible tweets that were involving the situation, and I want to take this video and specifically look at a bunch of tweets. Most of them are going to involve the Pokimane drama, just because there are so many awful opinions on this whole thing, dude. And I really don't think there's a better way to start this off than by reading a tweet that literally says, "Ninja is just an ugly incel. I don't know why people like him so much." So the first part of this tweet is, Ninja is just ugly. Bro, do you not understand why people are even attacking Ninja? People are attacking Ninja because some people believe in the narrative that Ninja is sexist for trying to help somebody that was against Pokimane. You are not helping Pokimane by just calling people ugly. How do you think this person would respond if I called Pokimane ugly? The double standard is just atrocious, and it's not even trying to be hidden anymore. Like, you can call anybody else but Pokimane ugly, but the moment you criticize Pokimane's content, that must mean that you hate women, dude. Yeah, dude, people are so anti-Pokimane getting harassed that in order to make things right and, you know, be the good guys, they're just gonna harass everybody else instead. Yeah, dude. Second part of this tweet is, Ninja apparently is an incel. Do you know what incel means? It stands for involuntarily celibate, which pretty much means regardless of how hard you try, you literally cannot find a partner. And, well, I don't really know how to tell you this, but Ninja has a wife! And the last part of the tweet is, I don't know why people watch him. Well, he's an entertainer on Twitch that provides entertainment to a lot of people, and people that want to get entertained will watch entertainment to be entertained. It's the same reason that you or anybody else would watch Pokimane. Like, let's try to use our brains here. Even a little bit, just like 2% of brain power. So yeah, if you disagree with somebody on the internet in 2022, all you need to do is call them an incel on Twitter, and boom, you've won. This one says, convinced Ninja's wife is being held hostage. There's no way I'd let my man be an incel that plays Fortnite for a living. Yeah, that's it. I'm pulling up the definition. A member of an online community of young men who consider themselves to be unable to attract women sexually, typically associated with views that are hostile toward women and men who are sexually active. Yeah, that's just bullshit, dude, and you know it. You know that's not what Ninja is. You're just lying. Why? Also, I checked out this person's profile. Most ironic thing ever, right? You're gonna call Ninja an incel that plays Fortnite, right? And you know, playing Fortnite for a living is like so cringe in your opinion. But you have retweeted Dream and George Not Found making out. Like, I'm sorry, but how on God's green earth do you think playing Fortnite for a living and making millions and millions of dollars is embarrassing and cringe, but you can't find a single thing that's embarrassing about, I don't know, enjoying watching two heterosexual Minecraft YouTubers that are for kids vigorously making out on Twitter? Like, what is wrong with you, dude? Your perception of the world is so warped and backwards, it's like inverted. And this follows the same trend of, oh yeah, Pokimane is getting harassed, so let's battle that harassment with equal, if not worse, harassment. And I say it's possible that the harassment that Ninja's receiving is worse because Pokimane only got spammed with L+ ratio. Ninja and Jidion are being called misogynist, sexists, incels, all the identity politics keywords that are just meant to destroy somebody. And like every big streamer has gone on to like just take Pokimane's sign pretty blindly. Like, it's just so, bro, you can't argue about Pokimane saying the N-word 6 years ago when Ninja, who is the most crackerist streamer in the world, said the N-word fairly recently. Just say you're an incel and move on. Okay, so the only clip where I can find Ninja actually saying the N-word is a clip of him rapping a song and he like accidentally says it. All the other clips of him, quote, saying the N-word, you can clearly clearly tell like he like stutters or something and he doesn't mean to say it and it just kind of sounds like he said it. And the other clips I can find is like he's just saying something else, but it sounds a lot like he's saying the N-word. But either which way, I don't like, what are you trying to say, that Ninja's racist? Well, we know that's not true because he's literally trying to help Jidion get unbanned, and well, yeah, Jidion's black. Yeah, I just don't really understand why you'd even bother bringing up the N-word, like, at all. But basically, this guy in the tweet is saying, well, Ninja and Pokimane both said the N-word, so if you're only attacking Pokimane, well, you're an incel. Well, I never attacked Pokimane for saying the N-word because I know she said it, like, what, 6 years ago, like you said. Dude, I'm talking about her behavior, dude. The fact that she's getting special treatment from Twitch and Jidion's getting a permaban instead of a 2-week suspension. Hate raids are never funny, and Jidion, as a member of the black community, one of the most effective communities on Twitch by hate raids, should be the last person to promote this kind of shit. He basically thrown the whole community under a bus for his own personal gain. Alright, this tweet really bothers me because basically this tweet is saying, well, Jidion's black. He should know what it's like to be hated. And that bothers me so much because you're literally like downplaying racism. Like you're equating like actual hatred toward black people to like spamming L+ ratio in someone's Twitch chat. It's basically saying, oh yeah, Jidion, dude, people might spam racist shit in your chat, so how come you would ever, you know, spam L+ ratio in somebody else's chat? It's like such a false comparison. I think Jidion receiving like racist spam in his chat is far worse than him telling his chat to spam L+ ratio in Pokimane's chat. And if you think that, you know, the L+ ratio is worse than the first one, you're out of your mind. Alright, so here's somebody tweeted this meme, Jidion killing his channel and then blaming Pokimane. Okay, listen, Jidion definitely got himself banned, okay? Without a doubt, he would not be banned if he never told his chat to spam L+ ratio. Let's use our brains, like, obviously. But I definitely don't think that his 14-day ban would have been converted to a, you know, full lifetime ban if he had done this to anybody besides Pokimane, okay? If he had done this to Ninja, this wouldn't have been a full ban. If he had done this to anybody else, it wouldn't have been a full ban. Now, that was a lot of horrible takes. I think we spent about 5 minutes looking at horrible takes. I found a couple good takes, actually, on this situation. I want to read them. At Twitch, a couple months ago, you guys enforced a rule saying that you, and it's meant to say can't, that you can't harass people using certain language. One of those words included incel. On Pokimane's stream, she used it to insult another streamer, Jidion, today. Not only that, but she said it as a whole demographic. Proof. Now, I found this take to be so refreshing, and honestly, a take that I haven't even thought about, because Twitch actually a couple months ago said, yeah, you can't use the word incel or simp in the chats of Twitch streamers. Obviously, they've since reverted that change, but now you have Pokimane going the polar opposite direction of then just calling Jidion's fanbase a bunch of incels.
And I know there will always be like weird incel corners.
Dude, this is my favorite one. Okay, but it's really just the fact that Poki committed a crime and got 2 days while Jidion said words and got perma'd. Yas, our white, my bad, Moroccan African when she feels like it queen. Yas, claim your heritage when it's beneficial. Yas, sis, you're an incel slayer. Hashtag Twitch free Jidion. They really saying that we need tone indicators. Dude, I literally could understand the sarcasm. I could smell the sarcasm from across the country with that tweet. Now, but this whole drama has just really been so bizarre because the whole drama from the start was, oh yeah, was this dude harassing Pokimane or not? But then in the midst of that, in the midst of like trying to get to the bottom of that and like seeing what the ban was gonna be like and all that sort of stuff, Jidion and Ninja just started getting shit on over and over, like relentlessly, dude. And the shit that people were saying on Twitter to Ninja, Jidion, and just everything in between was so much worse to anything that Jidion said on stream that even started this. Like, I don't know why people can't like just see this. To me, this is like the equivalence of you see somebody bullying somebody and you want to stop that bully, obviously. You know, this bully's like giving a kid a wedgie. Obviously, you don't want this kid to get a wedgie, but instead of like calmly apprehending this guy and, you know, I don't know, reporting him to the school principal, yeah, instead of doing that, you just literally shoot this bully. Like, you shoot him with a gun. And I would argue that shooting the bully with the gun is a lot worse than the bully giving the kid a wedgie.
The way that people treat me deters any other woman in this space. Something about that is so cringe.
Okay, you know exactly who this video is about. Let's just get into it.
Do you like free? Cause I love free, and I love free too. Do you like free? Cause
Pokimane is fake and two-faced. She'll say one thing around one person and a completely different thing around another person. The latest example of this is when she was in a call with XQC, she said, oh yeah, congrats on your $100 million kick deal. I'm so happy for you. Basically dapping him up. We are all so proud of you, X. Great job. But when streamer Valkyrae congratulated XQC publicly, Pokimane didn't like that.
For starters, congrats on your deal.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
$1 billion.
I tweeted,
Congrats to XQC and Kick, because I think it's like a win-win situation for both parties. And she reached out and she was like, I was kind of surprised that you were publicly supporting it.
For starters, congrats on your deal.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not gonna lose sleep over Pokimane being a fake friend to XQC. That doesn't affect me whatsoever. But this image that Pokimane has of being Twitch's poster girl who can do no wrong, and anytime she's in drama, she's always the victim, it is so brain dead. Twitch and the general corporate gaming world props this woman up so much, it's mind-boggling. Not just because her content is pure hogwash, but because she's not even like that good of a person, dude. Now, this is not me taking the moral high ground or anything. You can criticize me for being a, I don't know, mean person on the internet, but you have to also understand that I'm also not making like $10 million a year, and I'm not the face of any platform. You know, Twitch, the company that's literally owned by Amazon, a multi-billion-dollar company, they don't make cartoons of me.
Let me tell you the tale of a hero to people far and wide, armed with the superhuman ability to befriend everyone.
Befriend anyone, that aged like milk.
And eat while gaming. She set out on a quest to spread joy and poggers across the land.
You know, I do actually feel bad for making you guys watch this.
Has she silenced a few trolls?
Are the trolls in the room with us right now? Well, I mean, to be fair, she'd probably call me a troll or something. But like, is this supposed to be jidion? Where does this come from?
When things got sus.
I am going to jump in front of oncoming traffic. BRB. Listen, my point here is that although she has this poster girl image, although she has all these followers on every one of her channels, and although it seems like she has good connections with the majority of Twitch streamers and she's well liked by the Twitch community, I mean, that is straight up fake. Now, if you actually watch her streams for long enough, you'll eventually see the clips where the mask slips, and the image of being this pacifist who can do no wrong eventually fades. But for the majority of people who only know her by name, they probably don't know that she's whack. I mean, look how passive-aggressive she gets when XQC asks her a simple question.
You know something called like a roadmap? You know, there's a roadmap and there's a game that really makes updates. Like they have a content roadmap. You know what that means?
Yes, they're plans as
Yeah,
a company.
a roadmap,
I know what a roadmap is.
Right.
I've co-founded 2 companies.
Okay, so the
No, I saw you. These are my plants. I water them every day.
That.
Do you get up at 6 and do it?
No.
I didn't. That's why I'm calling the police. Very simple.
Please,
Very
ma'am,
simple.
no.
I don't think English is XQC's first language, so when he asks somebody if they know what a word means in English, I highly doubt it's because he's trying to make them seem stupid for not knowing what the word means. It was a genuine question. Do you know what a roadmap is for a company? And she's like, nah, you see, I am a genius, okay? So I've founded 2 of my own companies from scratch, something that you can't even claim you've done yourself. I've made it out the trenches, okay? So, of course, I know what a roadmap is. It's like, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
You know how earlier I said I don't want to make it seem like I'm going on my moral high horse? She loves doing that, you know, she sits on that moral high horse. If you do or say something that Pokimane disagrees with, well, she'll find a way to morally condemn you for it. Like, if you signed to Kick, it's because you don't have a proper moral foundation.
Nope. No.
Yo, is she stimming right now? What's with this motion?
And it's not because I got like $10 million. It's just because I'm good as I am. Why would I compromise my morals and ethics for more money when I have money? Something about that is so cringe to me personally. Like, I understand, you know, if you need to make money, right? For me to do cringe shit when I have I can't. Like, ew.
Yeah, moving to Kick, that's just some cringe shit. Like, you don't do that. You don't do cringe shit. You stay away from cringe shit.
When things got sus, did she casually eat spaghetti?
Yeah, you would never be associated with anything cringe ever. But hold on, let's actually talk about her argument here. She's saying that, oh yeah, moving to Kick would be lame because unless you need the money, it's morally wrong to do it. This argument stems from the fact that Kick is owned by Stake.com, a popular gambling website. I think it's actually the biggest gambling website in the world. So Kick often puts gambling streams on their homepage to promote it to their audience so that maybe they'll go on to Stake themselves and gamble. Now, is that morally wrong to do? I don't know. I definitely don't think that it's morally good, but I just don't know if it's like bad. So I get the point that she's making. If you're already a multi-millionaire, why make a Faustian bargain with the devil? Why sign with a streaming platform that has arguably shady business practices? Well, I would respond by saying that basically every single streaming service has skeletons in their closet, so it's not really like one is better than the other or one is morally worse than the other. I mean, Twitch, again, is owned by Amazon. Amazon is like not very nice. I saw something about Amazon workers having to pee in bottles, so, you know, you're working for this company. Do you feel good about yourself? I don't think you should feel bad about yourself, but my point is that don't make other people who move to Kick feel bad about themselves. It really just depends what you think is worse. Working for a conglomerate that, you know, is probably abusing their workers, or working for a company that promotes gambling addiction. I mean, I don't know, man. Pick your poison. But whatever you do, stop acting like it's so bad to move to Kick, like you're really doing a downgrade with your morals and ethics by moving to Kick. Dude, you're really not that different. And at the end of the day, how many XQC viewers are gonna watch him stream on Kick and then really fall down the gambling pipeline? I mean, I guess a few, but seriously, like, it's probably a negligible amount, and on top of that, XQC has been anti-gambling, I think, publicly, so you can't really hold that against him.
Can someone put this into words better than I can? It's almost embarrassing. You need more women around you who are willing to talk. You know what the sad truth is?
No, and I don't care. Jarvis, crease her Jordans.
The way that people treat me deters any other woman in this space from genuinely talking about their honest opinions.
You know, yeah, that's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard in my entire life. Okay, if you're an upcoming female streamer or YouTuber or whatever, do not think that because Pokimane gets pooped on for her bad behavior, that you're gonna get pooped on for just existing. That would never happen. If you think that's true, you're living in fantasy land.
Or behaving how they probably really want to, because they recognize the treatment that they can expect.
Please tell me the treatment that you received that is so inhumane that you're basically a slave. You were treated like a slave. And that it's so bad that no girl can ever stream now because they are secondhand traumatized after what happened to you. Did you get swatted? Did the police come to your house and point a gun to your head? Or is it just that whenever you say something ridiculous, which happens somewhat frequently, people rightfully call you out on that and you get some backlash?
Girl, I will never forget one time I had a girl come up to me and she's like, oh, I stream sometimes. She basically said, she was like, but I'm way too scared to stream without makeup because I saw what people like did to you. And I was like, that's so fucking sad. The whole reason I stream like get readies with me is to show people like, girl, this is normal.
The reason she brings this up is because all she wants to do is make it seem like those who criticize her not only dislike her, but dislike the idea of females succeeding in the streaming space in general, which isn't true for a single second. If you're a girl and you want to create content, go for it. Have fun, blow up, get famous, be viral, but just don't let your hero be Pokimane. But right now I think Pokimane has bigger fish to fry than a commentary video on her because she declared war on like 30 different gangs. Uh-oh. Oh!
This ain't a Millie Rock, this a money dance, and my dick ain't hard, that's a 30 in my pants.
Hello Hello everybody, how are you doing today? Alright, listen, this video might come across as a schizo rant, maybe it comes across as a based prophecy, but either way, we're talking about Pokimane again. Now, because I want to keep my channel, I'm not gonna make like 12 videos on her. I'll say max maybe 3 or 4, depending on if she does anything more stupid. But after my video yesterday did better than Pokimane's own video yesterday, which, Lamau, by the way. Last night, it was revealed to me in a dream that it was my destiny to make another video on her. So here it is, why Pokimane is the most hateable streamer. Most of the time, the first place spot for most annoying / most hateable streamer is neck and neck between Pokimane and Hassan, but this time of year, Pokimane is taken first. Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Did you just say that you dislike Pokimane? Well, here's what she has to say about people who dislike her.
Recently, I've been feeling like the happiest and most confident that I've ever felt, and it kind of just makes me like love everything and everyone.
This video bothers me so much because she tries to act so innocent and bubbly, but in reality, the skeletons in her closet are unreal. You are a fake and a fraud, and by the way, Jidion is still banned to this day because his fans typed L+ ratio in your chat.
Like I'm popping M all the time, it's kind of weird, but it made me realize if you ever encounter a hating ass bitch, their life is probably really, really sad. And so instead of getting mad at them, in reality, we should pity them and like wish them well. Because that's the only way they'll ever get better.
Oh man, dude, it's that Karen cadence in everything she says, you know? Everything's condescending. If you're a hating bitch, well, your life's probably just sad, so I can't even address you. I just don't get the point of posting this. She put this on TikTok last month, just out of nowhere on TikTok. Hey guys, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. My life is awesome, and if you dislike me, your life sucks. I mean, to be fair, if you dislike Pokimane, she'll make your life suck, if that's what she's trying to say. Whether that's the history of copyright strikes, or, you know, getting people deplatformed in general. So, to her credit, if you do criticize Pokimane publicly and she deems it as hating, yeah, I mean, your career may have some trouble. But that's not because your life is sad, that's because Pokimane's a Karen.
Oh, you don't have to.
Pokey, wait, what does Pokey say? This is Pokey's, Pokey, what do you say?
It's fine, she'll just copyright strike it.
Speaking of that Karen condescending tone, look at the way she talks with XQC, one of her so-called friends. These are clips taken from a debate that she had with XQC about the morality of Kick and whatever. She goes into it, of course, with her moral superiority being a Twitch streamer because, yeah, dude, Twitch is a lot more ethical and moral than Kick by a large margin, even though Twitch is literally owned by Amazon, one of the biggest companies in the entire world, where if you're working on an Amazon warehouse and you have to use the bathroom, Jeff Bezos launches a heat-seeking missile to your studio apartment, blowing up everything you've ever worked for.
If you sign an NDA, I'll show the entire thing, right? And I'll give you the right.
Fun?
And I'll give you the right to say whether or not there's anything of gambling in it.
That's kind of fun.
Be careful though. When there's NDA though, it means that you can't say shit about anything, which is kind of, you have to be careful. Because I want.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I'm just saying it.
The goalpost has remained the fucking same for me. If I started, and I'm like, well, Kick isn't stake in and of itself, so it's okay. That would be the goalpost.
They have a content roadmap. You know what that means?
Yes, they're plans as
Yeah,
a company.
a roadmap,
I know what a roadmap is.
Right.
I've co-founded 2 companies.
Okay, so the okay, let's do that then.
First NBA pog.
I get secondhand social awkwardness from this conversation. I can't ever imagine trying to hold a conversation with Pokimane for longer than 15 seconds, dude. By like the 17th second of our conversation, while she's rambling about how to be a good person, I'd get up out of my chair and jump out of the fucking window.
Wrong turn? Maybe he was trying to say... Yeah, it's just the word. I don't know
Pandering,
what word
maybe?
he was trying to... Yeah, maybe. But I don't think it's dog whistle. So, you want to maybe clarify what you were trying to say?
Virtue signaling?
Yes, maybe that one.
Not really.
I think
Virtue signaling. Roading?
that one?
Please
Maybe
clarify.
high roading?
I'll
Not this turning into a vocab lesson.
Oh no, not this turning into a vocab lesson! Dude, like imagine being, what is XQC, 26 years old and having someone who claims to be your friend publicly get on stream and talk to you like an actual 3rd grader. Actually, no, like a preschooler. And imagine the whole time you're in this conversation where what you're arguing in the first place is completely brain dead. Not only are you being infantilized and talked to like a retard, she's smiling and giggling with Hassan the whole time.
Did you know something called tech? You know what tech is? Tech overall.
Technology?
Just the whole sector of tech. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I don't want to be patronizing.
Okay, that gesture is more condescending than anything XQC has said on this stream. This gesture bothers me so much. Like, she's not, you know, hailing Hitler or anything, but it feels like she is, okay? That's how much it's bothering me. That's a joke, by the way. If you were taking your SAT exam and you got a text from your dad in the middle of it basically saying, "Come home, please, the house is on fire, we're in a big emergency," Pokimane would take it upon herself to get up out of her seat and ask the proctor to talk outside and explain to the proctor that another student was disrupted during the test and their exam scores should be invalidated right this instant, and that if their scores were not invalidated this instant, the entire academic institution that we operate under has zero credibility and value. This YouTuber MewKitty also makes a very good point about Pokimane bringing down other women who criticize her. When men criticize Pokimane, they're trolls, they're virgins, incels, whatever, right? But when women do it, they're only criticizing her to get the validation of the previously mentioned men.
Tweeted, Pokimane is a bully. Thinking this was over, I forgot that Pokimane has more cards. She threw up the legendary Pokemon card, Pick Me Girl. I was defeated. She's creating this environment where girls are afraid of having opinions opposed of hers. And if they do, they all get bullied for being a pick-me. And that's the real misogyny. That I'm not able to have an opinion without being called pick-me.
Now, if you actually go through and read what Pokimane said in response to MewKitty's tweets calling her a bully, it's not even a good response, but like, what did you expect? She says, "Facts. On the real though, this type of pick-me behavior makes me sad because she doesn't realize that the same haters she's farming for easy engagement will someday quickly and easily turn against her too, if it's convenient for them." Is that how that works now? So she gets followers by talking about how she doesn't like you, and they're gonna turn on her for some... it doesn't even make any sense. I mean, if Pokimane's saying that, oh, hypothetically, MewKitty, if she were to get canceled, all her fans would leave her, it's like, I suppose. I just don't get how that's relevant to anything. All of the content creators that are hating me now, wait till your fan base hates you and then you'll see how it feels. It's like, I feel like that's not gonna happen to me because I'm not behaving how you are. Does that make sense? She's saying the people that hate me will just as easily hate you. Well, except no, because you're actually easy to criticize and you're easy to dislike. You guys don't need to hear a history lesson if you've known about her career for more than 3 years and what she's done. But with a history of lying, copyright abuse, attacking people's sponsors, getting people deplatformed, I don't think it'll be just as easy for the people that hate you to hate somebody else. Anyways, like if you liked, dislike if you dislike. I'll see you guys later. Just a quick little freestyle, cause y'all know I'm about that, you know? That Ohio Riz. Yes, sir.
Produced by Jay.
Looking like HRT Bruce Lee. I'm really sorry I'm not a tier 3. I just do not wanna come on your stream. Open up Reddit, they call you the queen. Simping for you, sending money on Steam. Addicted to meth and staring at screens. You and your Sims are a special ed team. Beans.
And so, do I deserve people to, you know, respond to whatever I say? For sure. You know, I'm putting my opinion out there, right? It's just the extent to which things like that snowball seems so extreme and not worth it.
Yeah, I have to disagree. I think it's absolutely worth it.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack?
And you can say whatever you want. You can say that I'm making these videos on Pokimane when really there's not much to criticize her about right now. But if you think about it for more than 1 second, that's like exactly what she's done her entire career. Make a big deal out of nothing. A person makes a video calling your fanbase cringe, attack their financial well-being via their sponsors.
To be fair, I actually can't believe anyone would sponsor these shenanigans.
Dude, I love shenanigans. What is this? Dude, I'm like a shenanigans extremist. This was me 2 hours ago. Just pure shenanigans.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack? What the fuck? Hey, at least I'm not drinking, Brian. Yeah, this isn't exactly a good substitute. Where'd you get crack? From Black's? What? Yeah, right behind Black's hardware store. There's a white guy selling it.
Oh yeah, also, people type L plus ratio in your Twitch chat, then you make a fuss about it and Jidion gets banned from Twitch. My point is, one day ago Pokimane said, oh, every time I'm in drama, people make it a bigger deal than it actually is. But obviously with her track record, that's like insanely ironic. But I hope you're enjoying your appetizer of irony, because the main course of irony is the fact that 2 or 3 years ago, this list of banned words in her Discord server got leaked, and one of the words is hypocrisy. Oh yeah, there was this too. I also find it kind of funny, Pokimane's like, oh, every time I say something bad, you know, the internet makes a big deal about it, and I wish they wouldn't. It's like, well yeah, I mean, that's just how the internet works. You've been a part of it for like 10 plus years. So this isn't new information, this isn't like a new cultural thing where the internet all of a sudden is making a big deal out of nothing all the time, there's drama spawning every day and the drama's meaningless. Like, no, that's how the internet goes. In the grand scheme of everything, internet drama is actually some of the most meaningless stuff on this entire planet. But we live in a world where people care about meaningless stuff, man. I guarantee you there was a point where more people were focused on Dream's face reveal than Russia invading Ukraine. Now, I'll take responsibility. I obviously contribute to it. I'm a daily slop commentary channel. I make videos where I give my opinion on whatever stupid drama the internet's going on about today. But A, that doesn't make my opinion invalid, and B, I'm not the exception to the rule. The whole internet behaves like this. There was that apology video that came out a few days ago where that girl was playing the ukulele and singing about how she didn't groom minors or something. Horrible video, terrible execution, but every person under the sun made a video about it. I actually didn't, I probably should have, but the point is, man, somebody does something stupid, cringe, weird, anything that can be labeled with a negative adjective, and depending on how popular that person is and how bad the thing they did is, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of responses, especially when people like myself can come in and try to make a response entertaining, funny, informative, and whatever. So if she can't handle the heat, she should get out of the kitchen. I mean, she's collaborating with all these people, creating all of this controversy, doing debates and stuff. I can't think of content that's more conducive to drama than debates. You're streaming yourself arguing with other big content creators. How do you think that's gonna end? So take all of the debates and all of the content that you're engaging in, throw that into the YouTube drama production factory, and yeah, there's probably gonna be more videos made on you than you'd like. And I guess the master plan to get people to stop talking about this cancer is to have Kai Cenat riz her up?
What's your number?
Hey, yo, we could talk later. We could talk in person sometime.
What's your number?
I only talk numbers in person.
What's your number?
I'll DM you.
You see, this is what we call a Faustian bargain. On one hand, he's never gonna get banned on Twitch ever again. But on another hand, he has to publicly simp for Pokimane. Which, I don't know if he would want to do that after hearing about all of Pokimane's history and the lore there, but I don't think we have time to catch him up to speed. So I think instead we should just show him this clip of, you know, his beloved.
Nick, you ain't funny. That's not true. Maybe you're just boring as f and lame as hell. Cause only lame say that shit. Oh my god.
It's okay, everybody calm down. Kai obviously gave her the pass retroactively.
Say no more! Alright, bye.
Nice chatting with you, take care.
Later.
Why is he so excited?
Look, I get that Kai Cenat doesn't want to get banned from Twitch, but in order to simp for Pokimane, I really would have to get something big in return. Dude, I'd rather melt a bunch of crayons and drink the melted crayon fluid, and then spray an entire can of spray paint into my ear, and then wash that all down with a grimace shake, instead of pretending to simp for Pokimane so I don't get banned.
Pokimane, instead of just letting go at this point, obviously had to keep farming and quote-tweeted Mukiri back, and said, "You jokingly, question mark, called me a bully and claimed the misogyny I speak out against doesn't exist. How is that criticism, Lamau? You're clearly just pandering to incels and people that hate me, and I hope you realize someday that they are not a good target audience."
Dude, I can't lie. I think people who don't like Pokimane are a great target audience. You guys are watching my videos and supporting my content, subscribing because of these videos, and leaving a fat amount of likes, and thank you for all that. But contrast that with Pokimane's supporters, and it's like... like, I don't know, man. I think the ones who don't like her are probably better. Like, bro, just look at this guy. This guy got his master's degree in putting pizza bagels in the air fryer. He might not even be the worst one. Like, look at this guy, dude. Pokimane tweets Eid Mubarak, which is already hilarious because her whole existence is haram. Pokimane, I'm begging you, go to Pakistan. Just try it. And this starving brother tweets, "Hello, my queen. I was wondering if your closet is available to live in. I would pay my whole life savings as rent. If not, just living under your bed or in your bathroom is fine with me. Please respond. This is a serious inquiry. Have a great day, my lady." And you see he sprinkles some emojis throughout the paragraph just to build some rapport. Someone also said, "Jidion is this generation's Hitler for what he did to Poki. Calm down, Terry. Educate yourself before you reply, please." So those are just 3 people picked from the Pokimane simp community. So this notion that people who dislike you or people who criticize you are somehow worse than those people, I'm gonna need to see some files on top of files of evidence. This guy thinks Pokimane is his shoddy waffles.
Jidion privately and publicly apologized to Pokimane, asking his supporters to stop harassing her social media accounts. He says his actions were corny and he was being petty. Pokimane responded by accepting his apology, and they even did a collaboration together and consider each other friends to this day. It's pretty clear that Jidion made a mistake, owned up to his mistake, and the person who was the victim in the situation forgave him. But Twitch still has banned Jidion, and they do not plan on allowing him to come back to their platform.
Let's face it, Jidion got racially profiled. But at the end of the day, Jidion's having the last laugh because I think his career is more successful than hers. And maybe I'm not taking the long-term dub because I'm not a multi-millionaire with generational wealth like Pokimane. But hey, this week's been pretty good, I can't lie.
Hey, how does it feel to know that I'm gonna take down your video?
No!
Does it hurt your feelings?
No.
Wait, what's the next line?
No
Hot
potato.
potato. I
Hot
got
as
an
fuck.
itch.
No potato. Bustin' nut.
Yeah.
That's 2 sucks.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack? What the fuck? Hey, at least I'm not drinking, Brian. Yeah, this isn't exactly a good substitute.
I have so many things to say.
Yeah, we know. Look, if you're surprised that I'm making a 4th Pokimane video, then don't be surprised when you're 34 years old and your net worth is 3 paper clips, a bubblegum wrapper, and $5. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, goddammit, okay? Life has given me these views on the Pokimane videos, so I'm making more of them. I was gonna cover this one a while ago, but I just never got around to it. Pokimane produced this clip where she says that she wants to hold people legally accountable for their words on the internet. Now, before any of you morons are like, "Oh, that's based actually, because now the pedos on Twitter are gonna go to jail because they say they like kids." No, that's not what she's talking about. And as you'll see in the clip, she's talking about getting people legally in trouble because they say mean words and say not nice things on the internet. You know, she essentially implies that she's looking to fund a new branch of the FBI, or like some form of governing body, the CIA's first anti-trolling initiative. So as you can imagine, this is gonna get pretty delusional, so let's just get into it. Before we do though, please leave a like on this video. I think the videos have been doing well, but right now my channel's blowing up, so why don't we just like full Nagasaki the channel right now, just straight blow it up, okay? Let's do it.
Twitch chat brain. I would like to facilitate the creation of legislation that holds people accountable for the actions that they do online. I don't know if I should get into the details because it might rattle some folks, but yes.
Dude, I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but why can't she just stay in her lane? Like, you're a streamer, all you have to do is just stream, and in your case, all you have to do is literally let other people's videos play while you eat some, like, 5-star sushi. I understand that people have ambitions, goals, passions, you know, I can't say to Mr. Beast, well, why can't you just stick to videos? Why'd you have to do chocolate? Because that's actually a cool business venture, you know, that's actually something interesting. And Mr. Beast is already, like, a person who has a lot of respect. But now you look at Pokimane, it's like she's the Karen of the internet, and now she wants to infiltrate the legal system to make laws about online trolling and having people be held accountable for their mean tweets and stuff. Like, what kind of ambition is that, dude? How about no? How about you just stick to streaming? Or if you do want to get ambitious about something, you have a passion, something you want to support, make it something that's actually not completely useless and silly. But it's like, on top of all of this, how has Pokimane not experienced what she's just explained already? It seems like a lot of the people people that, you know, say anything mean to her, at least the big creators, they've gotten held accountable for their actions. I mean, sure, they haven't literally been thrown behind bars and forced to spend a night in the prison shower, but a lot of people's careers have been, like, negatively impacted to a pretty big extent because they stepped up to Pokimane. And if that's already happening pretty consistently, you know, look at Leafy, look at Jidion, why do you need a law about it? Or why do you feel the need to go to the Congress about it, dude? Hell, I'm taking a risk making these videos. I mean, sure, they're doing pretty well and you guys are liking them, but bro, if she finds them, I don't know, man.
Legislation that holds people accountable for the actions that they do online. I don't know if I should get into the details because it might rattle some folks, but yes. But yes. I think there are some companies that I'm going to message, or not companies, organizations that are involved with certain causes, and I'll be like, listen, if you ever need someone to, I'm your girl.
I just want to basically paraphrase what she just said. If some organization that does something needs something, me, as Pokimane, I'll do something.
I'm your girl.
If unknown people with unknown motives want some unknown task to get done, Pokimane is an expert at that.
Causes, and I'll be like, listen, if you ever need someone to, I'm your girl. Because I think if you want to pass a bill, you usually go in front of a group of politicians and you explain your cause. I'm like, I'll do it. I will do it.
So Pokimane explains how if push came to shove, she would basically go on the podium and give her I have a dream speech. I have a dream that ratioing me on Twitter will no longer be legal, and that anybody who criticizes me, they should be exiled. Dude, I can't be the only one who finds it all so silly. You are not him. You will never be him.
Causes, and I'll be like, listen, if you ever need someone to, I'm your girl. Because I think if you want to pass a bill, you usually go in front of a group of politicians and you explain your cause. I'm like, I'll do it. I will do it. I have so many things to say.
Yeah, just imagine in the middle of her speech, Poggers, WL, Omega lol, the first bill in the history of the United States to be proposed with the word Omega lol written into it. Anyway, I don't know what she's doing. Like I said before, I think it would be best for her to stay in her own lane and, you know, just kind of occupy that lane forever. Never turn on the turn signal. Just be in that lane till you reach your exit. And all things considered, that really shouldn't be a hard ask. You're making, what, like 5 mil plus a year? Probably more? Please, bro, just let politics, leave that to the common man. You're like a California millionaire, you know, you're raking in all this cash. You're out of touch, you know, whether or not you want to believe it, you are. And I know you think you're not because you're on the internet and you have all these people talking about you and talking to you, but at the end of the day, you are. I know people said this when Trump got elected because they wanted to be dramatic and virtue signal or whatever, but bro, if Pokimane actually became president, or I would say involved in politics to a level where she actually has influence and power, I actually would move countries. I think I'd denounce my US citizenship and move to like, I don't know, Dubai. Bro, under the Pokimane administration, the day zero thing she'd do when she gets into office is make L plus ratio a hate crime. Let me just put it like this, not interested. Anyways, I think this is where the Pokimane saga ends. Unless she responds or does something huge, then of course, you know what I have to do. But in the meantime, my friend Optimus is gonna give his take and sort of his thoughts on this big Pokimane drama that's been happening recently with Kick, and yeah, take it away.
Alright, what's going on everybody? So basically I wanted to jump in here real quick and talk about Pokimane because recently there was a situation that involved her that kind of went viral over on Twitter, and I personally didn't make a video talking about it, but it definitely was pretty interesting just to kind of see how everybody reacted. And Acheeto, he pretty much just messaged me and was like, hey man, you want to make a video talking about Pokimane? And I was like, yeah, absolutely, I'll jump on. So recently there was a clip that kind of got, people say taken out of context. I kind of disagree. I think the context itself was already good enough, but it was a clip of Pokimane kind of talking about XQC's new massive deal that he signed with Kick, which was like a $100 million deal, you know? Obviously, to pretty much anyone who's watching this video, myself, pretty much anyone in the world, $100 million is like an unfathomable amount of money. And for me, right, I'm a creator myself, so I love when all these different creators are getting their bag, right? I don't feel threatened. I don't feel upset when other people are doing good, you know? Like, even if I don't watch their content, like, I'm not some big XQC fan. I'm not watching and tuning into every stream. But the fact that he went and got his bag, to me, is a huge W, right? Like, that's awesome. But Pokimane didn't seem to share that same sentiment, as you can see from this video clip here.
No, and it's not because I got like $10 million. It's just because I'm good as I am. Why would I compromise my morals and ethics for more money when I have money? Something about that is so cringe to me personally. Like, I understand, you know, if you need to make money, right? For me to do cringe shit when I have I can't. Like, ew. How do I... Can someone put this into words better than I can?
Now, a lot of people started criticizing her pretty quickly for this, right? You know, kind of saying, oh, she's just jealous that XQC got a huge deal and she's still stuck, you know, defending Twitch and, right, you know, I get it, right? Now, I don't know if this was jealousy. I think more or less Pokimane feels this weird loyalty to Twitch, right? And that's fine, I guess, but I don't think that that should be the reason why you're, like, attacking other people who are doing good. Like, this whole clip to me just came off as, like, complete hater mode, you know what I mean? She just seemed so condescending and just had this, like, holier-than-thou inflection that I and a lot of other people picked up on, right? This clip just doesn't look good, you know? It doesn't make Pokimane look like a good person. I know she's trying to, like, morally grandstand and talk about essentially the fact that Kick is funded pretty heavily by the people who run Stake, which is, like, an online gambling site, and people can stream gambling and whatnot over on Kick, which over on Twitch is, like, not as accepted, right? And a lot of that comes back to Pokimane and other streamers like Pokimane who were complaining about gambling on Twitch in the first place. So it's pretty clear that she has, like, a personal agenda against this platform because of the whole gambling thing. Now, me personally, I don't really care that much, right? But it's just kind of funny that she's, like, trying to make this point that, like, oh, the people who run Kick are just, you know, they allow some pretty morally disgusting things to happen, as if Twitch, which is owned by Amazon, is any better, bro. Like, if you really think about it, Pokimane's boss is Jeff Bezos, and he's literally just a fucking supervillain, you know? Like, people actually hate this guy. He's, like, actually one of the most hated people on the planet, probably. And I don't know if she really thought that one through, you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be real with you, the people running Twitch are no better than the folks running Kick. And frankly put, if I were streaming on, and I had to, like, take my choice, I guess, between Twitch and Kick, at this point in time, I probably would take Kick. I would rather, like, play and stream and whatnot on that platform than Twitch. Now, the kind of response that I didn't like to this situation is Pokimane and honestly a lot of other people tried to immediately throw the, like, misogyny card, right? Basically, people who were criticizing her for, like, getting shitty about XQC getting this deal, you know, they were just criticizing her because she's a woman. And women in this space can never speak their mind. They can never talk the truth they want to talk. I'm just gonna call it for what it is. That's just such a weak cop-out excuse to just pretend that, like, everybody who's criticizing you is a sexist. It's a pretty incredible move to try and pull, though. I mean, fuck. What can people do if that's what the cards, I guess, are in play are? So, but no, not everybody who criticized Pokimane for having this clip go viral was some sort of misogynist, you know what I mean? It wouldn't matter if this person was male or female, in my opinion. Like, if this was a guy or whatever, you know, if this was Dr. Disrespect or Ninja or somebody like that, or Kai Cenat, I would feel the exact same way. Like, it's not like everyone's just picking on Pokimane because she's a girl. She just had a bad take, she appeared extremely jealous, and people called her out for it. I don't really understand, you know, I don't get it. But that's, of course, what the defense always is when it comes to Pokimane. You always have people, especially like white knights and shit, trying to, oh, bro, you're just saying that because she's a girl. Like, nah, dude, the same criticisms that she gets for the things she does are the same criticisms that, like, half of the top Twitch streamers, YouTubers, and everybody have gotten at this point. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to throw my 2 cents in here. That was just something I didn't really talk about on my personal channel, but wanted to throw to you guys here. So, appreciate Acheeto for having me in this video. If you do want to go ahead and check out my YouTube channel, you can do so at Optimus here on YouTube, or you can follow me over on Twitter at @subtooptimus, and I'll go ahead and give it back to Acheeto.
Pokimane! Regarding Pokimane. What is this title, dude? Regarding Pokimane. It's like, regarding Pokimane, you know? The allegations are true. She was actually dumpster diving in a Red Lobster the other night. It's like, dude, what? I kind of hate when YouTubers do that. They'll be like, I'm sorry. So they make you think they like touched a little boy or something. But the actual video is like, I'm sorry I missed 1 day of uploads. It's like, dude. You know what I mean? Regarding Pokimane. Like, okay. Is she trans? Like, what's the deal here? Alright, let's watch.
This is why I told Kai that you were a snake yesterday. I'm gonna be honest, I have a big mouth. I do. Do you not have
Yeah, that's a little true. Fact check true.
opinions?
You know I'm moving to LA soon.
Would you pay $82,000 a month?
What are you doing? You're Q&A with chat. I feel like you do like one of these every 3 days.
Okay, actually, when was the last time I did this?
I'm sure one of my mods can tell you the exact date.
Shitty mother. This is why I told Kai that you were a snake yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Bro, where did that just come from? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, but in like a joke.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, this guy's kind of annoying too. Bro, going back, she's like, oh, I have a big mouth actually. Dude, stop. I know you're saying it ironically, like, oh, sometimes I just can't shut the f up. But it's like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you maybe should. She's like, oh, it's so quirky, I have a big mouth. But it's like, no, it's actually a problem. It's actually impacting your career negatively. Cringe, bro. Cringe. You ever seen that that clip of Andrew Tate? I'm saying like cringe, bro. Cringe. There's that clip of Andrew Tate. Here it is. Geeks, bruv.
Geeks, bro.
That's how I be looking at my monitor when Pokimane opens her mouth. I'm just like, geeks, bruv. Yeah, geeks, bruv.
Q&A with chat. I feel like you do like one of these every 3 days.
Dude, this is 30 minutes. We're gonna be here all night. Let's do this.
Okay, actually, when was the last time I did this?
I'm sure one of my mods can tell you the exact date.
Shitty mother. This is why I told Kai that you were a snake yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Bro, where did that just come from? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, but in like a jokey way, you know? I did a lot of laughing.
Oh, I was wondering why I was getting hate yesterday. Oh, thank you, Pokey. That makes sense.
There's no way, right? You weren't actually getting hate yesterday, right?
Pokey, I'm on your level now of hate. It's fun. We get hate every day.
There's no way. Respectfully, you're not on my level.
Okay, you make it a
What do
little.
people say to you?
Dude, what is the? They're just comparing sizes right now. No, mine's bigger. Mine's bigger. Dude, we don't care. Okay, can we get into like the actual meat and potatoes?
I'm gonna VIP him because you could take.
Oh my god.
The hate. Who cares?
Dude, okay, this guy's annoying, and I just want him to stop talking. You know what I mean? Like, she just has to be cringe so I can get content.
You know what someone in my chat said?
I don't want to know what your chat
Let's
said.
be honest, Miz is so in love with you, and I almost pinned it.
Listen, Pokey, it's people who don't believe that men and women can be, you know, cordial friends, right?
And that's the thing, they don't understand that there's one special condition under which it works.
Right. View count. Yep, Pokey, I'm telling you, man, like, as a friend.
Oh my god, what did we got going on here? Is that some shredded chicken with the side of, what is that, adrenochrome? The blood of some unborn children or something? What is this? Going crazy.
Listen, because we could talk about this kind of stuff. I think you just need to, you know, be more like me.
Ugly?
You know, stay out of
ugly, that's, I mean, she's kind of right.
drama. I feel like you're so involved with drama nowadays. It's just crazy.
Wait, am I tripping, or since the last cut, did her plate get more food on it?
Ugly?
You know, stay out of
am I going crazy?
drama. I feel like you're so involved with drama nowadays. It's just crazy.
I play video games 90% of the, actually 75, and then I talk for like 20%.
That 20% is the problem.
And then I give my opinion for like 5%.
And that 5% is somehow getting me to the third rank of views that pop up. Wait, no, not views. The third ranked video when we search your name up because of that 5%. That little 5% is what's giving me 100% of the content.
I swear to God, I've given my opinion on anything drama related once every 4 months. It's not my fault that I'm so poppin' that everybody cares.
Oh my god, like why do you have to act like that in front of me? Like I'm not Kai. I'm not gonna run around the room and start screaming, alright? I don't give a shit.
Wait, can you do a little Kai impression? That'd be great.
Dude, both these people have that demeanor of the painting nail emoji. You know when like gay people write texts and they finish it with the painting nail emoji instead of a period or something? Dude, this is how they talk, like unironically.
Great. Are you streaming right now? Yeah! Okay, do it.
Is that good?
You don't do it as good as he does, to be honest.
Can I tell you something, Pokey, as a viewer, because I'm really pathetic and I watch Twitch all day?
Sure.
We're just really tired. I'm speaking for the viewers. We're just really tired of the drama. We just want people to be stupid.
They're both slaying?
That's...
I don't think anybody in frame is doing anything close to slaying. Zesty friends? That's what I'm saying. You can call them zesty friends, but I call them geeks, bro.
The numbers would say otherwise. Seems like a lot of people are very invested in the drama, not really tired of it, you know what I mean? I do think people want to see fun stuff too.
I can't believe I'm giving this woman money. Well, I mean, she's giving me quite a bit, so at least I can do is watch a few ads. But it's going to this guy, like the Hairline Foundation or whatever.
Yeah, but those viewers come and go. It's just so
Don't
daunting.
you think the nature of streaming, community, how it sometimes encourages parasocial behavior, don't you think it's just the perfect field ground?
Everyone in chat saying Zest Fest. Dude, these guys are going to ZestCon 2024.
It's just the perfect...
NZ $5. Pokimane is funding your hamburger chicken nugget tuition at this point? She is, dude.
Environment for drama to thrive. It always has and it always will.
Sure, but there's a good type of drama and there's a bad type of drama. And lately, it's just been nonstop the bad type.
Is she stimming? What is this?
Just actually, as a viewer...
He's not singing. Why is she dancing?
Exhausting. It's like, holy crap.
As a streamer, it's also exhausting.
I know, so that's why I'm telling you, like, I think that we need to have a time of just being so dumb that we just don't care about anything. And
That's
that time
the
is
thing.
now.
When you're dumb, it's funny. When I'm dumb, it's still drama.
You're giving away $1,000 each.
I don't think he's funny, to be honest, so she might be wrong about that.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest, I have a big mouth. I do, and I recognize that. And so, do I deserve people to, you know, respond to whatever I say? For sure, for sure, for sure.
Oh, I love this. I used this clip. I farmed this one for one of the intros.
No, I'm putting my opinion out there, right? It's just the extent to which things like...
Dude, why is this expression on his face? He's like, when I see you in person, Pokey, you're getting the tickle monster. Like, what is this? Do you see this? What is this face? Dude is plotting the tickle attack right now. Am I tripping? One in chat if he's plotting the tickle monster right now. I don't know what this is. The tactical tickle monster. Yeah, dude, he looks like that one emoji. You know, the sly eyebrow emoji. He looks like that meme, clearly you don't own an air fryer. Have you seen that meme? Look at this. Dude, yes, he looks like both of these memes. It's the one with the Squid Game girl on it. Here it is. Here it is. Look. This is what he looks like. Clearly, you don't own an air fryer. This is him. It's the same look, bar for bar.
Like, that snowball seems so extreme and not worth it.
Right, so why are you even talking about it?
Because it's who I am.
Right, but...
It's like if I told you, why do you even make monkey noises? You can't help it.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I get what you're saying, right?
They're both on the spectrum, right? Surely. They're both stimming.
But you weren't always like this, where you're like, yeah, but I think this is this and that and this and that. You used to be like, oh, well.
Why do we make these people famous, yo? Like, who are these people that gave this dude his platform? And I'm not saying, oh, deplatforming him or whatever, but like I have some of the funniest friends ever, but they don't get to have 900K because they're funny. But this guy's not even that funny, so I don't get it. You know what I mean?
But you said that it's that you've changed, or you.
I think.
Pokey, I'm telling you that you can come back of just being like. Not caring.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I think I know autistic people that don't even behave like this either, so I don't fully understand.
Just messing around with chat more, it can come back.
I mean, yeah, and I still do that every now and then. It's not like a fully gone or fully here. It's just like, it sometimes doesn't feel the same.
What do you mean?
Well, partially, actually, the audience has changed a lot since, for example, like COVID pandemic days, you know?
The audience has changed a lot.
Well, yeah. Wouldn't you agree?
Like they're more angry?
No, the demographic is just very different.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. Oh, you mean like the W community came in?
Just the demographic in general, not necessarily one specific.
Okay, the W community. Yeah, I would agree with that the community's definitely changed, for sure.
Right, so part of that changes the landscape of streaming in general.
Yeah, but I think you're...
And then with time, bro, I'm not 21 anymore. Nick!
So, Pokimane has proven throughout her career that she is addicted to perception management, meaning she needs the internet to view her a certain way. She needs the internet to validate her, and if there is a large enough criticism campaign going against Pokimane, she will do everything in her power to shut it down. Now, I could go back to the archives and give you literally like dozens of examples of this, but I don't want to spend time rehashing stuff you already know, going through the Quizlet flashcards that you already memorized. Like, it's just a waste of time. And I want to discuss Pokimane's most recent attempt to perception manage because it is literally over a tweet. A tweet that, might I add, is like bordering on a meme. It's not super serious. I mean, there is truth to it, don't get me wrong, but it's not like a super serious thing where she's getting destroyed with criticism and she needs to respond. So Wavy Websurf tweets, "My platform lets me get away with anything starter pack," and it's a picture of Sniper Wolf and a picture of Pokimane. Now, this tweet went DEFCON 5. It has almost 17 million views and 80,000 likes, a very solid performing tweet for Wavy Websurf. Good guy, by the way, check out his channel. If you ever get tired of my slop content, this guy makes some high quality stuff for you to snack on, so go check him out, tell him Acheeto sent ya. Now, I feel like this tweet is super self-explanatory if you're at all familiar with either of these people. I mean, obviously you know Sniper Wolf at this point, and if you're watching my channel, I'm assuming you know Pokimane. Like I mentioned earlier, you've probably read the flashcards and memorized all of the internet crimes that she's committed. Now, obviously, and you don't need me to tell you this, the internet crimes that Pokimane has committed, like the fake crimes that she's committed, do not stack up to the real doxing and stalking that Sniper Wolf has done to Jack's films. That obviously makes Sniper Wolf a much worse person, at least in my eyes. But the tweet itself is not false. As a matter of fact, I would say this tweet chose out of all 7,000 plus languages to speak facts. "My platform lets me get away with anything starter pack." Well, let's think about this. Sniper Wolf got a slap on the wrist for doxing Jack's films, although she did completely violate community guidelines by doxing somebody to over her 5.6 million Instagram followers, where I've literally been unable to post content for an entire week because I played a meme clip in my video, whereas Sniper Wolf does something far, far, far worse, not even close to what I did. And what does she get? Temporary monetization suspension. She can still post, she can still grow her channel, she can still expand the Sniper Wolf Wolfpack brand. Lovely. I can't, you know what I mean? So YouTube literally gives her preferential treatment. They give her a special sort of princess-like treatment, and I think the same can be said about Pokimane. Twitch treats Pokimane like her own protected class. It is insane. Now, it's not just for like the sponsored stuff they do with her, which is already kind of crazy. Like, why did Twitch literally fund a cartoon anime thing about Pokimane? Like, she's really not that interesting. Like, of all the people to make a fucking anime about, I don't think Pokimane would be in the top 5 or even top 100. But not just in propping her up, Twitch also does everything they can to keep all criticism of her down, which she loves because she's, like I said earlier, addicted to perception management. Jidion gets his chat to spam L+ ratio in your chat, which is literally something you can ignore, lasts no longer than 15 minutes, it doesn't affect your career at all, really. He gets permanently suspended from the platform forever. Basically, you've amputated one of his financial limbs, so to speak. But on Pokimane's own stream, she's attacked other creators, like I'd say much more ruthlessly than Jidion has. I mean, she's literally streamed herself attempting to get people's sponsors removed live, acting like a sort of vigilante HR department agent. Very strange. And Twitch does the opposite of what you'd think they'd do in a situation like this. They put her on the home page. They fly her out to TwitchCon, give her the creator pass at TwitchCon. They probably even pay for her hotel, and they probably pay for the Belgian waffles with a little bit of fresh fruit that she gets at the buffet breakfast at the hotel as well. I'm half joking, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did hook her up like that. So anyway, back to the tweet. Yes, Sniper Wolf and Pokimane both get preferential special princess-like treatment from their respective platforms. Sniper Wolf is YouTube, Pokimane is Twitch. How does she respond? Pokimane responds by saying, "I am vehemently against doxing, especially as someone who has been doxed, swatted, and stalked for years. This comparison is unnecessary, and I don't want to be part of your women can get away with anything agenda. I sincerely hope that YouTube helps Jack." This is a schizo post. There is no women can get away with anything agenda being pushed. There is only facts being spit that both you and another person who happens to be a woman do receive preferential special treatment from your platforms, and that is just facts. And I feel like even Pokimane would be able to recognize that Sniper Wolf is getting a slap on the wrist and is not being severely nearly punished enough for literally doxing another creator. So this person is quite literally getting away with something pretty severe, and I don't understand why it's like anti-women or something to recognize that. Like, what? I swear, bro, leave it to Pokimane to bring sexism into it with literally everything. This tweet is sexist. That's basically what you're saying. You're basically saying that Wavy Web Surf is pushing an anti-women misogynist agenda. It's actually unbelievable that you think by criticizing two huge content creators that each have blood on their hands, that is somehow against their biological sex. This is literally Pokimane's favorite card to play in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. She plays the sexism card whenever she gets criticized. And in this case, not even when she's getting fully criticized, but rather she's just being highlighted as somebody who gets preferential treatment from their platform. Pokimane is such a professional victim that she can literally see a tweet where the truth is stated. A tweet that simply recognizes the fact that Pokimane is the face of Twitch and gets treated specially because she is the face of Twitch, and views that as an attack on women overall. It is so disconnected from reality, you just have to scratch your head and hope you don't get dandruff from scratching it too hard. Oh, and I hope you saved room for dessert because she's not done yet. She responds to that original tweet with this banger: "I always try to apologize and do better when I make a mistake. It's okay if you haven't forgiven that yet, but please do not compare me to someone who has committed a crime and put people's safety at risk." Right, but you still do have blood on your hands. Like, you have damaged people's livelihoods, content creators that are way less fortunate than you, and this is something, while you can apologize for it, you really haven't done anything to straight up fix it. Get jidion unbanned from Twitch. Go out of your way to organize a brand deal / ad read for It's a Gundam, because on your stream you literally tried to get his sponsors removed. This is like Logan Paul scamming people with crypto and then trying to be like, oh, I'll do better moving forward. It's like, no, we're not moving forward. You need to fix this. Apologizing is the easy part. Anyone could make an apology when they're half asleep and on drugs, right? The hard part is actually making things right through action. And you're doing the opposite. You are setting a standard to where people can't criticize you, or else you will call them sexist. And if you call them sexist and you're Twitch's poster girl, Twitch is probably going to side with you. You are creating a culture of fear where people on Twitch are afraid to speak out against your actions that are literally wrong because they're afraid of, getting in trouble or getting called sexist or something. Now, the replies to this tweet are largely garbage. You have this guy saying, "You go, girl, tell him, bae, woo, my queen," which is such a stereotypical tier 3 sub simp thing to say, literally saying "my queen," that I am genuinely struggling to decipher whether or not this is ironic or satire. I would not be surprised if this was a completely serious post. I mean, dude had the anime gif on standby, so that's never a good sign. 59 Doritos says, "Wanna play Overwatch?" Just, shooting his shot. Why not go for it? I mean, hey man, you're already here. You're already in the replies. You may as well shoot your shot. But unfortunately, she don't know you, little bro, so that's not going to be happening anytime soon. As a matter of fact, it's actually sexist to use Pokimane's replies as a means to get in contact with her for your relationship furthering interests, so check your privilege. This one cracked me up. This one just says, "Okay, buddy, settle down." True, I mean, she does need to chill out a little bit. I mean, accusing Wavy of having an anti-women agenda, yeah, let's relax it a little bit, alright, Poki? Now, normally I would say this is cringe, but since she already basically expressed this opinion, I don't think it's that bad. I went to Pokimane's likes to see what replies on this tweet she liked. This tweet says, "For real, like, just say you hate female content creators and move on. Like, this post is so unnecessary and lame. Are you fucking kidding me? I cannot imagine the fucking delusion you have to live in to where you are the face of Twitch and you still find a way to make yourself the victim in every situation for every waking moment of every day. Just say you hate female content creators." No, he's not gonna say that because that's not what he thinks. He doesn't hate female content creators. You are just a professional victim and you find ways to make every criticism levied against you about the fact that sexism is bad and you're a woman who faces sexism. It's just like, it's so tired, and she literally, like I said, plays the same Yu-Gi-Oh card in the duel. It's kind of like that one guy who you play in Smash Bros who all he knows how to do is like one move. It's like you're spamming side B, but instead of it being a move that does damage, it's an emote where a little text bubble pops up over your character with the phrase, "That's sexist" in it. That's all it is. Like, that's all she knows how to do. I'm getting a little more worked up than normal because I've actually met this guy in real life. I met him at VidCon this year, Wavy Web Surf. He's a great guy. He makes great content, and it's just so uncalled for like her to get criticized and then go on this whole like, "Oh, you're sexist" little thing. I know that's like all she knows how how to do, but it's just so annoying, especially when I know the guy in person. It's just like, dude, come on, stop. The timing for this feels almost too good to be true. Ethan Klein and the H3H3 podcast just hosted Pokimane on their show, and she responds to some of the stuff that I was talking about in my previous video, and she somehow sounded worse on the H3 podcast than she sounds on Twitter when she basically calls any of her critics or detractors sexist pigs. And it literally gets to a point on this podcast where you stare at your screen in disbelief that you're watching autonomous adult humans communicate and they have like original thoughts going on in their head. It's like almost something you can't fully grasp. So yeah, this podcast was an absolute train wreck, and we're gonna look at almost all of the Pokimane segments that matter. I actually debated just streaming myself reacting to the entire podcast with Pokimane in it, but I could not watch 3 hours of Pokimane and H3H3 without trained EMS on standby. Watching 3 hours of this would 360 no-scope my mental health and give me rapid onset depression, so I would need like a trained EMS to make sure that I'm safe. Anyway, before we watch this, if you could take 5 seconds to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. We are super close to 400,000 subscribers, where I will be doing my face reveal, and YouTube has recently suppressed me in the algorithm, so if you could help me out here, I would appreciate it. Let's get started.
And this dude, I don't know who he is, says, my platform lets me get away with anything starter pack, which, and again, it's like clockwork. Anytime a girl gets into trouble, there's this you and her and being like, look at these two. These are the two worst.
I mean, I feel like it's, to be 100% with you, I don't even think these people hate me. I think I'm just really easy Twitter bait. Honestly.
Yeah.
What in the Stockholm Syndrome? Okay, Pokimane, I hate to break it to you, but people who criticize you, most of the time it's because you deserve it. You know, I can make a video on Sniper Wolf and it gets a lot of views. I can make a video on you and it gets a lot of views. But people who criticize you don't just do it because it gets a lot of views. They do it because you're genuinely worthy of criticism. If we were talking about, like, Mr. Beast, that makes more sense, because there are people out there who make videos hating on Mr. Beast and criticizing Mr. Beast who I genuinely don't feel like if they saw Mr. Beast in person, they'd have a problem with him because he's not a bad person, okay? And the reason that those videos exist is just for views. They know that just by making the hot take of, oh, Mr. Beast is bad, they can get some views. But the thing is, with Pokimane, it's really not a hot take to say that she's kind of a slimy manipulator and that she has skeletons in her closet. That's not like a hot take.
I think I'm just really easy Twitter bait. Honestly.
Yeah.
After like the Keemstar, the Leafy, the whatever, there's just always going to be some people who don't like me, who are easy to clickbait, yeah.
Implicit in what she's saying and the way she's saying it is that if you criticize her, the criticism you're levying is totally vapid, because you're not the first person to do it, okay? There's the Keemstars, the Leafies, people of that ilk. And I think because Pokimane is so desensitized to criticism because she's been on the internet for a while and she's made so many mistakes that have been criticized, that every single time criticism is brought up now that doesn't threaten her career or threaten her status as an influencer, she just rolls her eyes and shrugs. And I am telling you, if there was a big enough criticism campaign against Pokimane, no matter what it was, if it was big enough, she would bend the knee. I mean, she brings up Leafy. She literally dropped an apology video because of the videos that Leafy made against her. And look at the way she's talking about it now. She's like, oh yeah, there's always gonna be the Leafies and whatever, so nonchalantly and passively, as if at the time she wasn't totally at Leafy's mercy. And now that Leafy's long gone from YouTube and Pokimane is still kind of relevant, she has the upper hand and she controls the narrative.
Seems, I don't know what they're comparing it to.
I think I'm just known as like the Twitch girl, you know? So a lot of the Twitch stuff will just be like affiliated with me. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Thank you, Gila. Very insightful. But are you not the Twitch girl? I'm so confused. You are the Twitch girl. If there's a male face of Twitch, it's probably XQC. And if there's a female face of Twitch, it's Pokimane. So you are the Twitch girl, and that's fine. I mean, if anything, that's a great position to be in. Financially, you're pretty much set for the rest of your life. And honestly, your entire lineage from now on is going to be set. But let's just face the fact, you're going to receive special treatment. Here's the truth. If you get banned or suspended for something, and then you submit an appeal for that ban, you're going to get a response within like 2 2 to 3 business days, where I know much smaller streamers who have had to wait upwards of a year to get a response on their ban appeals. She received a slap on the wrist, a 48-hour suspension for streaming full-length episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender on her stream. I don't know, I just don't believe most other streamers would get such little punishment for egregiously violating copyright law that way.
That's gotta be really annoying.
It is, but I mean,
Gross.
I'm glad that I at least said something this time. Because usually it's the kind of thing that I would just, like, ignore.
Yeah, because sometimes it's not even worth it, right?
Yeah.
To say something.
I mean, what can you say? The people that hate you are going to hate you anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that know otherwise are...
It's just so predictable. I see it so many times where it's like there's just a group of fucking dudes that just band together to harass women. And it happens on the internet all the time. These crusty fucking incels.
Bro. Bro. Is Ethan Klein really allowed to call other men incels? Like, is that just feels like it should be illegal. Like, friendly fire type thing. So he's saying that there's a group of guys who hate Pokimane who presumably aren't getting much action with women in real life. I don't know. The word just loses a lot of the sting that it should have when it's being weaponized by someone like Ethan Klein. Because it's like, you're telling me, Ethan, that if you and I go to a bar and we sit down, like, girls are gonna come up to me and say, who's your friend? Is he single? Like, I don't know, bro. No offense, I just don't see it happening. And does anyone seriously believe that, like, if you criticize Pokimane, you don't like women? That's just such a delusional thing to say. I can't help but get a little worked up, you know? It's so stupid. It's so fundamentally dumb. You can criticize any single person who has done something wrong or has a track record of doing wrong things, no matter what group they're a part of, no matter what their race is, religion is, gender is, anything. I don't understand why if you criticize somebody, people look at the group they're a part of and think you're attacking that group. It does not make sense.
I do want to say, like, I'm not perfect. I've 100% made mistakes, but those mistakes are either things that I've already owned up to, or also things that, if I don't get banned for them, another male streamer will also not get banned for them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Twitch will ban people depending on, like, the severity and the frequency of something that you do. So sometimes people are like, she accidentally showed, like, something inappropriate on stream once, you know?
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten banned for that. A lot of male streamers haven't gotten, and obviously it was an accident, so.
I really think that's a total straw man. I've never heard someone make a video be like, oh, Pokimane accidentally clicked a link in her chat that brought her to an inappropriate website, banned her from the platform. I've never heard someone say that. Think of the biggest videos that criticize Pokimane. Think of the biggest tweets that criticize Pokimane. Have any of them ever brought up the fact that she may have, like, accidentally clicked something and what, that should cost her career? No one has said that. Every video that I've made, every video that I can think of that criticizes Pokimane brings up a repeated display of reckless behavior that goes unpunished due to a very clear double standard on Twitch.
Yeah.
Right, I remember people were angry, which is another interesting theory. They go, I wish Twitch was more punitive.
Mm-hmm.
But
But if it was your favorite streamer, you probably wouldn't wish that.
because that's what they're advocating for. They're saying, yo, why didn't Pokey get in trouble because she accidentally showed nudity? That's what we want. We want more people getting in trouble, not less.
Who the fuck has ever said that? Who has actually said we want more banning? That makes no sense. If anything, the people that have criticized Pokimane have been banned. Jidion, banned. Leafy, banned. Do you really think those people would be pro-deplatforming? Like, what? Like, the person who watched both Leafy's videos and Jidion's streams and now can't do either of those things because they've both been banned from those platforms? You think they're just gonna sit there and be pro-deplatforming? Like, that makes no sense. Now, just to be fair, there might be a tiny handful of people that are spiteful and would be like, oh, get wrecked, you got banned, Pokey. But in general, if people are being morally consistent, I don't think that, you know, they would want more banning.
Also, I didn't know, but you had a spat with Bobby, who's also a fixture on our show, Boblex.
Who?
We call Boblex. We call him Bobby.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh man, the guy that you literally copyright struck and broke YouTube's terms of service by filing a false copyright strike. Okay, yeah. Oh man, I get that she doesn't like him because he's critical of her, but at the end of the day, you literally copyright strike this guy when he had like 100,000 subscribers. You're still sitting out the top with like 4 million subs on Twitch or followers on Twitch. Twitch. It's like, you really need to do that? I can't get over that.
Way, I just want to give a special shout out to Keemstar, who's the lucky owner of 250 Boblax.
Congrats, dude.
For real?
He stuck it to us.
He owned you, dude.
That's a funny story.
We did a gag where we bought a bunch of his plushies because he needed like 500 to meet the threshold to get it made. And then he said some dumb shit. I forget what. But we're like, fuck it. We're going to cancel our plushie order. And then King...
She just really finds it funny whenever this guy's life gets fucked up, doesn't she? Like, oh, let me copyright strike this guy. Teehee. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm getting called out for this. Oh, wait, it's going viral that I copyright strike this guy. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Literally, this guy gets screwed over by H3 Podcast. They lie to him. They fake fund his plushie, and then they like do a rug pull basically on him. And she's giggling about that too. Like, literally, you suck, Pokimane. You suck.
Star, I guess, trying to stick it to me.
Bought them? That's crazy.
It still happened, and that fucking
That's such good lore.
spent like $7,000.
Wow.
He showed you, dude.
You should, yeah. You got
I'm not gonna lie, Boblax has been tweeting about me since 2017.
Oh my god.
Like a hot minute.
So, Pokey uploaded a video, or did you or someone did? Yeah, you did. Where she's eating a banana, and she covers it because she's like, the internet's so fucking crazy that me eating a banana.
So the whole joke of the clip is like how female streamers eat bananas, and if you play it, I turn my camera off and turn it back on quickly, and the banana goes like down and down, and so I won't even like actually eat it on stream. Because people are kooky and will sexualize anything.
I'd be careful, Pokey. I don't know how many of the people you just described are also the ones getting your tier 3 subscriptions. Fact, 90% of Pokimane tier 3 subs unsubscribe right before Pokimane. Okay, alright, who wrote this? Who made this? Guys, this is not funny. Anyways, though, free Boblax. I had to take up arms to defend my boy Boblax today. I'm not letting that guy get harassed by this much bigger streamer. It's just not cool. And yeah, if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I got another burp coming, so I'm gonna end this video. So Pokimane just released her new snack company, Mina Snacks, and people were very quick to highlight the resemblance between her cookies and the Costco Midnight Mini cookies. Now, there are some glaring similarities between the two. The cookies themselves look almost identical. It does say Midnight Mini cookies on both of the packages, and there are two shared selling points on the package, being that it's grain-free and gluten-free. Now, before we get into whether or not these products are literally identical, let's talk about the price difference. As you can see, it's $7 for one bag of Mina cookies, which at a glance might seem like a better deal than the Costco ones that are $10, until you realize that the Costco ones have 3.5 times more cookies than the ones that Pokimane is selling, evidenced by the weight being 4 ounces on Pokimane's bag and the weight being 14 ounces on the Midnight cookies from Costco. Now, 4 divided by 14 is 0.28, so you are getting 28% of what you could be getting from Costco for only $3 more. Now, if Pokimane's cookies are priced so high, surely they must be offering something that the Midnight cookies from Costco aren't. Well, after doing some research, I have reason to believe that they are literally the same exact cookie. So I did some more digging, and I found this Twitter thread that reads, Mina Snacks and its co-founders, Pokimane and Darcy Mackin, don't say anything about how they experimented, created, and tested their product, so I did a little digging on their product. Here's my thread of findings. Private/white label products are common, and I had an inkling this was the case with Mina Snacks. Seeing that they claimed they were from PNW, I searched for private label snack companies. I found Food Creations, a PNW based company that specializes in healthier snacks. PNW standing for like Pacific Northwest. Right on their page are cookies that look similar to Mina Snacks, Midnight Mini Cookies by Tootsie. The link to Tootie's website redirects back to Creation Foods. A search revealed that they've been sold at Costco before. Sure, they have the same name. What about the ingredients though? Hunting down Creation Foods ingredients was a little bit of a pain. There wasn't much out there. MyFitnessPal and Spoonful came in clutch though. Here we can see the nutritional info of Creation Foods cookies versus Mina Snacks. It matches up nearly identically with one another. So here's the label for the Creation Foods Tootsie cookies, and here's the label for the Mina Snacks. Now you can pause and read over them if you want, but what I did is I converted these images into just raw text, and I asked ChatGPT to give me the common ingredients between these two. The only thing that Pokimane's cookies have that this this one doesn't have is that they contain almonds. And it might be the case that they don't actually have almonds in them, but rather they're made in a facility where there's traces of almonds and there's a chance for cross-contamination and allergies, so they have to put it. But ChatGPT was actually wrong. Both Mina Snacks and the Costco cookies have potassium, calcium, and iron. But with Pokimane Snacks, it doesn't say that in the ingredients list, but just on the nutrition facts. So these cookies are quite literally identical. Like they're identical, and they use the same percentages of everything. If you look at the nutrition facts, same exact amount of fat, protein, sodium, potassium, iron. They are literally the same exact cookie, but in a different box. Now, this is by definition a scam. Pokimane is acting like she has invented something brand new, coming out with this brand new company, selling something that is not yet on the market, and yet again, she's just selling a cookie that already exists at Costco for a much higher price. Here's the thing, like if she just decided to sell exactly what Costco is selling, like the exact same cookie, I'd say, well, you know, she's being dishonest and acting like she's inventing something new and coming out with a new product. But if it wasn't for the 350% markup on these cookies compared to Costco, I probably wouldn't be making this video. And I think there's something to be said where a celebrity can literally sell like nothing and people will buy it because they like that celebrity. So Pokimane did not invent this problem, but it's definitely not helping with what she's doing. I mean, dude, her tier 3 subs, they paid the 350% markup on these cookies just because they're at all tied to Pokimane. Now, you could say that I am being vindictive here because I just don't like Pokimane in general, you know, regardless of all of this happening, but there's no reason these cookies need to be $7 a bag. Again, there are less cookies in this bag that cost $7 than there are in this Mr. Beast Feastables cookies bag that is $4.40. Now, I am not coming after Pokimane for selling something that is expensive because I think selling things that are expensive makes a lot of sense, especially if they're worth what you're pricing them at. A great example of this is Makeship. It's a company that makes plushies based off of YouTubers and popular creators, and people get upset because the plushies are expensive. They're like $29.99 for a plush, but the plushes are great quality, and they're one of the few companies that is willing to work with small creators. Like, they worked with me, and unfortunately the plushie didn't fund. We did get, you know, somewhat close, but they took a risk by partnering with me, and, you know, because of that risk, they have to, you know, pay a lot of people for the development of the plushie, the design, the schematics, so it's gonna cost more than just a stuffed animal that you see in the store. But with this, it's literally just a cash grab. Like, it's pure greed. And obviously, there's nothing wrong with wanting money, but this shit's just a scam, bro. And I've been seeing some people in the comments saying business is business, gotta do what you gotta do, you know, don't hate the player, hate the game. And there definitely is some truth to that. I mean, if you're like dumb enough to not know that this is a complete scam to begin with, like if there's no ringing alarm bells in your head when you're about to be charged $7 for like a small portion of fucking cookies, you're just financially illiterate, and that could be because you're a child, and in that case, obviously you don't deserve to be scammed, or because you're just not a smart person and you watch Pokimane, which isn't making you any smarter, so I guess you kind of deserve it. Although I called it a scam earlier, truthfully, like, this isn't as egregious as a lot of other things, and I know I've been very hard on Pokimane in the past, and this video is also critical of her, but realistically, like, although I do think it is a complete ripoff and in nature a scam, there are people doing a lot worse things. I've been seeing these comments, people are saying Pokimane essentially drop shipped the whole company, and that's hilarious. That's literally what she did. She found this entire company and was like, hold on, let's just like make a new logo, say that I invented it, and sell it for like 5 times the price. I don't know, I just think it's so ghetto for a multi-millionaire to be drop shipping. Like, dude, what the f are you doing? I have a homie who drop ships, so he finds stuff on like AliExpress and then puts it on Amazon, but he just increases the price a bit so he makes money. So whenever I go to his crib, his entire like place just has random stuff from China all over it. And I don't think what he's doing is a scam because he's finding products that people would have never found otherwise. Hold on, this kill rocks. Boom, hit by the fucking car. So yeah, he's taking products that they don't sell on Amazon, but they only sell on AliExpress, and then putting them on Amazon. So he's acquiring more customers by using a much bigger retailer. So he marks the price up a little bit, and plus the product's gonna get to them a lot faster through him than through AliExpress, because, you know, AliExpress is from China. But yeah, man, Pokimane drop shipping a whole company is crazy, and plus, like, drop shipping is not for you, Pokimane, okay? It's for the entrepreneurs of tomorrow, so we can learn how to sell stuff and, you know, get some experience in the business business world. Not for a multi-millionaire with fat tier 3 simps to sell more cookies to. It's actually kind of genius when you think about it. You know what? I was dissing Pokimane. I'm actually gonna give her some respect. Of all the things that you could do a ridiculous markup on, she intentionally does it on junk food. That's like so smart. And it's not for the reason that Mr. Beast does cookies, because Mr. Beast has a very young kid audience, but Poki's audience is like adult babies. They're like children in adult bodies, you know? Like man-children, essentially. Can someone make a Pokimane fan Wojak and then send it to me on Discord, just like the average Pokimane fan viewer person? I tried looking on Google for one, but I didn't see any, which is very disappointing, guys. We can do better than this. Let's see a Pokimane fan Wojak. If you need help, just use this one on screen. This one already exists, and just Photoshop some Pokimane merch on that guy, or like some Mina cookie crumbs all over him or something. I don't know. Just giving ideas to you guys, and looks like we're almost at that lovely 8-minute mark, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace. We are back. We are back. We are back. Sorry to toot my own horn, but boys, I've been on fire lately with being ahead of the curve on all these different topics. The Nick is not green, the Ethan is online, the Hassan, and now the Pokimane one. Bro, I'm vindicated. Every single thing I've said about Pokimane has turned out to be true, and as we're going to talk about today, the situation she's involved herself in now is essentially like loading the gun you're going to use to shoot yourself in the foot, okay? She's setting herself up for failure, and we are quite possibly witnessing the downfall of Pokimane in real time. So as you're probably aware, Pokimane's latest scandal involves her selling overpriced cookies to her audience. Cookies that, I should add, already exist for purchase in Costco for less than 1/3 of the price of what she's selling them at. Now, if you're not up to date, you can go and watch my previous video where I go into the intense details involving her basically scam. But 1 hour ago, Moist Critical made a video talking about this new update that has taken place in this entire situation, where Pokimane ended up responding to her critics, the ones criticizing her for pricing these cookies so high, by calling her audience, quote, a bunch of broke boys. Like, dude, you can't make this up. Now, this clip is very cringe. Pokimane is insufferable, and when she goes on the offensive, calling her audience broke, it's pretty rough. So I grabbed this clip from Critical's video. Take a look.
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways.
God, I hate this woman. It's actually unbelievable the way she speaks to her own fucking fans, dude. Her own fans are the ones who are gonna buy this crap. Nobody else would buy this because it's so upcharged. It's 300%, no, it's actually 350% more expensive than the ones at Costco. So the only ones who would voluntarily get financially finessed would be the ones that are sitting in your stream all day, hyping you up, typing the stupid Omega LOL emotes in your chat, and a lot of these people have already blessed you up financially, slipped you that quick Twitch Prime sub, which you shouldn't even need me to say. I mean, Pokimane's own lavish, luxurious lifestyle is a direct result of the fan supporting she's received over the years of streaming. If I had to guess, I mean, I don't know about this point, but at some point, the majority of her income was coming from Prime subs or Twitch subs. People voluntarily giving her money because they like her content, supporting her with their own money. And she has the audacity to sit here and waffle to her stream about how they're broke if they don't want to buy her overpriced scam cookies. It's the same thing I titled my July Pokimane video. Pokimane is genuinely delusional. That isn't even where the clip ends. It gets worse. Watch.
Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways, moving on. If you want to pay $8 for Twitter Blue for some pixels, that's okay. That's fine. You spend your money how you want. I'll spend mine how I want. And everyone else will spend theirs how they want. That's the beauty of having money. She is
delusional. So Pokimane then takes to Twitter saying there's been some confusion about the product I had launched and I'm here to set the record straight. I don't know, are you guys confused? I'm not confused, I know exactly what happened. She drop-shipped an entire company and is using that opportunity to scam her obese tier 3 sub audience for all their money like pay pigs. So she goes on to hit a quick little 15-minute impromptu yap session on her notes app, so I guess we're just gonna read this. The batch of Mina cookies were currently— by the way, I just cannot help but feel like Mina is like a my nuts joke. Oh, have you heard of Mina? Eat my nuts! Like, fuck you. The batch of Mina cookies we're currently shipping were made 3 weeks ago. They're not a drop-shipped product. Lol. And we made our own formula. The cookies they are being compared to were also made by our manufacturer, Creation Foods. Okay, so it is drop-shipped, which specializes in healthy food. The compared cookies had one test batch sold before they were retired. Months later, we partnered with Creation Food and fell in love with the flavor profile of the Midnight Mini Cookie. We then decided to work together to refine and improve the formula, and we're really happy with the final product. While the ingredients on the list may look similar— okay, they're not similar, they're identical. She says they're entirely different in terms of ingredient quality, quantity/ratios, sourcing, the size/texture of the cookie, and of course the added vitamin D. Refining formulas is a very common practice in the food industry. Around 70 to 80% of foods you see in grocery stores are white labeled. I think the best analogy that I can make here is that she used AI to write an essay for class and realized that her teachers started detecting AI papers, so to circumvent that, she went in and humanized the essay herself by adding in like other sentences that the AI didn't write. But at the end of the day, it's still an AI written paper. Like, you didn't write this. It's like, just because you added vitamin D to the cookies does not mean that 99.9% of the cookie was completely stolen from these other guys. Now she's responding to the people saying it's too expensive. She goes, pricing. Making a healthy and quality snack with real, gluten-free ingredients and added vitamins is not a cheap practice. If you've been following me for some time, you know I rarely take sponsorships because I try to be mindful of promoting or endorsing products I haven't sold merch in years. I cap my donations, and frankly, if I wanted a cash grab, it'd be silly to do that through a startup. They're extremely unlikely to profit in the first few years, plus any profits we make goes directly back into creating more quality products. Before I respond to what she wrote in the notes app, I want to say somebody in her comment section said, "This is so scummy, man. She is preying on her stans, wringing them out like a rag for every last penny. She's a manipulative liar and will once again pull the women get treated unfairly and sexist cards again, and her sheep fans will eat it up." First of all, holy shit, absolute cooking going on from this guy right here. Brother, did Gordon Ramsay teach you? I don't know. Okay. She goes, "You're a dumbass who lacks reading comprehension skills, so you resort to regurgitating idiotic incel rhetoric." What the f***? Instead of easily reading up on basic CPG food industry practices, praying for you. You gotta love the lack of self-awareness. Like, this guy is calling out her stack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that she uses whenever she's in hot water. She plays the sexist card, the misogynist card, the incel card, and she just responds by literally calling him an incel, basically saying, "Oh yeah, you're using incel rhetoric," which I don't know if you had your brain on when you were writing this response, but you quite literally fell into his trap. Pokimane is like one of the robbers from Home Alone who can't see the basic traps that Macaulay Culkin set up. It's like the lights are on and there's Legos all over the floor. Obviously the kid wants you to step on the Legos and injure your foot. Anyone with a brain would walk around them, but Pokimane just like jumps on them. Like, how do you even manage to bring up incel in like a conversation about scamming people with a food product? It's actually unbelievable, but yet also very believable given Pokimane's track record of being a professional victim. Now, going back to what she wrote in the notes app, I mean, this is so bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, dude. When she goes down and says like, "Oh yeah, the product's very different than what you're getting in Costco. That's why it's 350% more expensive." And how is it different? Oh, well, the quality of the ingredients is better in Mina snacks than in Costco. Stop the cap, please stop this madness, that's not true. And the added vitamin D as some sort of a, like, X factor, like, oh, that's why it's so much more expensive. Dude, you know how you can get vitamin D for no cost at all? The sun. But to be fair, if we're to believe that a lot of her fans are sitting inside watching her streams whenever she's live, you know what, maybe that is a good selling point. Anyway, as one final update, she posted a video 6 days ago to her main channel, which has been hilariously ratioed with dislikes, where a large portion of the video, she spends about 4 minutes just doing like an ad read for her snacks, which is like kind of pathetic. Like, you're just using your entire main channel of 6.6 million subs to just chill this one product.
Announcement to make. Oh my god, did you hear that? That is like the best, that's one of the best burps I've ever done. Nice!
Alright, so I opened Twitter today to see an announcement from Pokimane, and it looks like Gorlock is trending in the United States. I'm gonna forward this to my team and see if they can investigate what could possibly have caused her to trend. But yeah, dude, I opened Twitter and I see drama alert saying Pokimane looks like she might be retiring, and I was like... So Pokimane is Twitch's biggest Karen, and it seems like after 7 or so years of being a streamer on the platform, she's finally deciding to retire. She alluded on Twitter that she would be leaving Twitch, which doesn't necessarily mean that she's retiring from streaming. It could just mean that she's coming to stream on YouTube or some other website, but she tweets, "The end of an era. Twitch has been my home for a decade, but it's time to say thank you for all the memories and love during my League, Fortnite, and Among Us days." And then a screenshot of her, like, installing the app. I don't really is she deleting it? That's not what the deleting thing looks like. Either way, it's crazy that she is the face of the app on the App Store. I've said this 1,000 times in my videos, and I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but the fact that she has this squeaky clean image is preposterous to me. It must be the case that Twitch is making millions of dollars from her page. Like, all the donations that she receives, Twitch takes a big cut of those donations, so it must be that she's getting the most, which you do the math on that, who's donating and why. But yeah, if you look into her track record and her career and her controversies for like more than 10 seconds, you'll come to the same conclusion that myself and many others have, which is that the poster child squeaky clean image that she has is really undeserved and does not make any sense. Anyway, Twitch responds to her tweet by saying, "What an incredible journey it's been. We're so proud of everything you've accomplished and what's ahead in the future. You'll always have a home on Twitch, Pokey." Glazing! Oh man, you better keep this same energy for my boys. I swear, bro. If my boys end up leaving Twitch, you better act like you fucking miss them, bro. If my boy Jinxie gets a $100 million kick contract, you better get on your hands and knees and pray he doesn't leave your sorry-ass platform.
Day in the life of a full-time Twitch streamer. Just woke up. Hey Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 4:07 p.m.
I overslept.
Dude, Twitch in 2024 is like that friend that you had in middle school that you haven't seen in 10 years, and when you come back to see him after those 10 years, for some reason his dog that he had in middle school is still alive, but he's like 17 years old, and he smells really funny. Like, he smells like he's already dead. He's got like an eye patch, he can barely walk, he starts like shivering if he stands up for too long. That is Twitch right now. Like, Twitch is dying. If you just look at the talent that Twitch has to offer and compare it with YouTube and Kick and Rumble, it's just really not a competition. Now, I'm speaking from my personal taste, but I think the consumer trends kind of reflect what I'm saying. I mean, why are all these other sites doing so well? It's because they're offering something that Twitch isn't, that people want. Alright, so after dropping those tweets and having that exchange with Twitch, Pokimane dropped this little clip from her podcast and just doing a little impromptu yap sesh for us, talking about why she's leaving Twitch. And this clip just dropped as I'm recording this, so like, you know, everything I said prior to this about her retiring, I guess, is kind of debunked now. I guess she's just like switching platforms, which is like fantastic, guys. There's gonna be more Pokimane to go around. Dude, I can't wait, dude. I hope she switches over to YouTube. That'd be so epic. Because, dude, she like totally knows how the copyright system on YouTube works. I can't wait.
We are talking about why I'm not re-signing with Twitch. 100% a choice that I'm making for myself and for my long-term career growth. It's time for me to be free as a bird.
I'm sorry, I have to ask, and I really do have to ask, like, how many people are out there that are potential Pokimane fans that are not already Pokimane fans? This person has over 4 million followers on Twitch, and I don't even know what she does. I don't know what she does. Literally, gun to my head. Acheeto, do you know what Pokimane does on her streams? All right, it's been good. Tell my family I love them. And you cross-reference that with Mr. Beast, who's like flying cars off of cliffs and exploding them in midair. And then it's like, okay, well, there you go. I can see where the potential interest for that would be for those who haven't found it yet. Whereas Pokimane, it's like, I think you genuinely have collected all of the 4 million people in the world that would really want to sit there and watch you eat ramen.
I'm gonna be gaming until I'm literally 80 in a rocking chair playing TFT on my phone. But me and Twitch, hello, we're two separate things. There might.
It is kind of wild to me because Twitch has done so much for her, like in specific as an individual streamer on their platform, and she is leaving. Meanwhile, streamers that have done a lot more for the website have not gotten the same treatment and have not left. I think if Twitch really wants to help their website, they should give these helping hands that they give to these mainstream, you know, palatable streamers to maybe some of the more raunchy yet funny and have a strong community streamers. And I'll tell you this much, the only time I've opened Twitch in the past 6 months when I'm not like doing research for a video to show you how bad it is when I was watching Jinxie, okay? There is nothing about the website that made me want to go to the website other than the fact that they were receiving a video feed from Jinxie's OBS. You could say I'm glazing, perhaps. But my point there is I could find some guy in like a different country to build a website for me that would do exactly that and have it up and running in 3 to 5 business days, and it would basically be as good as Twitch if we had the right talent.
Be certain details that I have to cut out because legal and my managers literally tell me to. But I will tell you guys the things maybe not everybody knows.
Anyway, that's where the clip ends. I know I said that she was retiring, and then I said maybe she's switching platforms. I have no idea. I know that her and Hassan are friends, and Hassan is suspecting that she is not going to be switching platforms, but rather she's just going to be retiring. And it's crazy to me. I feel like everyone's retiring this year, bro. MatPat's retiring. Meat Kenyon's retiring. PewDiePie is just being a dad now, living with his father. He's basically retired. I don't know what's happening, bro.
I mean, I don't know why Pokimane is quitting Twitch, but it seems like she's quitting. The end of an era. Twitch has been my home for a decade. But it's time to say thank you for all the memories and love during my League, Fortnite, and Among Us days. Okay? Don't know what this means. I texted her. She did not respond. And it's not like she's streaming on Twitch right now. So she probably has spare time to reply, but she's choosing not to. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But I suspect they should probably... Poki seems like she's quitting streaming altogether. Yeah. I feel like she's probably not going to go to a different platform to stream. I think she's probably not streaming anymore.
I also saw this tweet kind of go viral, just claiming that Pokimane received a $75 million Kick contract and that she's going to be streaming there. I looked into it. This guy's just some random guy. And people do this whenever there's some sort of murmurs about Twitch streamers moving to another platform or something like that. They will just invent numbers and invent stories and make up shit. Be like, oh, it is confirmed. I have the inside information. Pokimane is actually switching to be streaming live as a card dealer for stake.com casinos. She's going to be running the blackjack tables. So she's moving from gaming streams on Twitch to dealing blackjack cards for barely legal pay. And then like you have people instantly believing this, quote tweeting it being like, whoa, dude, she's moving to Kick. Didn't she say Kick was degenerate because of all the gambling on there and now she's taking a deal from them? This one says, LMAO, no way she complained about gambling on Twitch 24/7 just to switch to a site owned by a gambling company. 92,000 likes. And, like, I get what, you know, this is saying. I would agree that if she did switch over to Kick for 75 mil, that would be insanely hypocritical. I mean, it was, like, documented last summer that she was instantly vocally against Kick. And, you know, if she just had enough dollar bills waved at her, she'd compromise her morals. Yeah, that's a pretty bad look. But, yeah, this is just made up. Like, this is just not true. Nobody knows if she's going to Kick. She's probably not. Like, that's retarded. Why would she go to Kick? Well, I just watched this video by Ludwig that you guys should check out, where he actually explains pretty thoroughly why streamers might be moving from Twitch to an alternative platform, and it's not because of the culture or whatever you may think, or the rules or the terms of service, but it's literally about the raw $ figures. Because Twitch recently made a change that Ludwig describes that people don't know enough about, and it's about how people are literally just going to make less money on Twitch because of a change they did to subscriptions. The clip is kind of long, it's like a minute and a half, but if you watch the whole thing, it's actually super informative.
They also dropped this, an update to several streamer payout programs. Now, I saw some people talk about this as if it was a good thing. They basically expanded the Partner Plus program, which is allowing people to get a 70-30 split. And before they had a 100K cap on that 70-30 split, they've removed that cap. That's mostly a good thing for people who are earning more than $100,000 a year. They just will be able to earn more money. They'll get more of their share. But they also snuck in a change to the Prime Gaming subscription payout model. And this one's pretty fucking huge. I feel like people didn't talk about this enough. They've changed it. So now when somebody gives you a Prime sub, it is a fixed rate depending on where in the world you got your Amazon Prime membership. So if you're a North American streamer and you have someone from the US who uses a Prime, you now get a flat $2.25. When I streamed on Twitch, it would just count as a sub. So if I got a Prime, I would get 70% of that sub, $3.50. I mean, even if you got a 50-50, that would still be $2.50, right? And it's even worse if you have a lot of viewers who are outside of the US. Like, let's say you mainly stream to people from the UK. You're only getting $1.80. Let's say perhaps you are an e-girl streamer and you stream content that is generally for maybe an audience from a country who doesn't have a lot of pornography, so they like watching, live streaming websites. Turkey, as an example, you now get 9 cents per Prime. And it makes sense on paper. I think Amazon Prime in Turkey is like $1 a month if you do the currency exchange. So they shouldn't be like hemorrhaging $2.50. But this is a huge fucking change. And I think most people are now going to be earning less money as a Twitch streamer because of this change in Prime.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting. I don't know if that's going to incentivize some streamers to move platforms or what's going to be the deal, but I guess we'll see how this plays out this year. Last night, I was able to speak with one of the first YouTubers that Pokimane significantly harmed with her reckless actions. Boblax only had 1,000 subscribers when Pokimane decided to copyright strike one of his videos. In this video, all Boblax did was read tweets from Keemstar and Pokimane where they attacked each other and called each other out. In no way did this video violate copyright law and deserve to be taken down. This video was simply archiving internet drama that took place between two big creators and was posted by a channel a fraction of the size of both creators. Boblax was literally living in poverty at the time and was doing YouTube to make ends meet, and this was the first video he had posted that actually started blowing up, so you can only imagine the roller coaster of emotions that he must have felt when the video started blowing up and when it was taken down by copyright strike. It was only until larger commentary channels like Cavo started reporting on the situation that Pokimane eventually decided to revert her decision to take down this video. However, 2 days ago and 5 years later, Pokimane is still laughing at the misfortunes of Boblax, as she recently went on the H3H3 podcast and laughed at the time that Boblax was scammed by Ethan Klein. Pokimane is one of the most two-faced creators I've ever seen in my life. The only thing she will do is what will benefit her career the most. If it benefits your career most to apologize for her actions, she'll apologize. If it benefits her career the most to take down people's channels when they insult her, she'll do that. Anyway, here's the conversation that I had with Boblax discussing Pokimane's past and present controversies and how we think she needs to be dealt with. And by the way, I was really tired when I went on his stream, so my voice probably sounds super low, but enjoy. I'm just watching your stream, and I didn't even know that it was so bad that she copyright striked you when you only had 1,000 subscribers. I thought it was 100K, but yeah, she really does suck, man.
Yeah, it was 1K. I was tiny, but that video blew up. It was like the fastest growing video I've ever had. Like, it got 500,000 views in one day. I was ecstatic because I was in poverty at that time. I was literally in poverty. That money was going to change my life. Copyright strike, bam.
Yeah.
And I did end up getting the money back, but I would have made so much more if it wasn't like cut off, because it was copyright striked when it was popping off,
Yeah, it's crazy to me, and I don't like using these sorts of words because they seem like words that are like phrases that people I don't know, who are like very sensitive would use, but I do think Pokimane is genuinely a crybaby. Like, she seems like she plays victim all the time in every scuffle she has with somebody on the internet, but at the same time, like, she will fuck people over. Like, she fucked over that It's a Gundam. Like, she literally went after his sponsors live with thousands of people. She copyright strikes you. She gets jidion deplatformed. She probably played a part in Leafy's deplatforming, although, I mean, Leafy did kind of
and like she said she wanted, like, in her apology to me and stuff, she said she wanted to do better and blah blah blah. And to be fair, she hasn't copyright striked anyone since falsely, but she does like she does like the same thing but just with different tools. Like, it's like
exactly it's just the apparatus
in like different
in which she fucks people over.
Yeah,
you know? It'll do the same damage, but she won't do it in a way to where if you hear about it, you'll have that visceral reaction. When you hear, holy fuck, she copyright striked someone, you instantly side with the victim. Whereas if you hear like, oh, that person was like through some sort of proxy fucked over directly by Pokimane, it's like, well, what do you mean? You know what I mean? It's not that instinctual sort of like, oh, I can put two and two together.
Yeah, she's just smarter about it. So she learned how to like be smarter about it, but she didn't learn to like not do it. Yeah, so
literally, it's crazy to me. Like she has so many skeletons in her closet, and it's actually so abundant. And I tweeted this last night because I was like going through the archives, because I'm probably gonna make maybe at least 1 or 2 more videos on her in the coming days. But dude, like out of all the people I discuss and like I'll roast people, she genuinely is so deserving of all the criticism she gets. She's like, I wrote this, she's such a slimy and manipulative person, and it's not just like she's like that and she's mildly successful. She has Twitch by the fucking balls. They're at her mercy. They do whatever she wants. She's their poster girl. They fly her out for fucking TwitchCon. They prop her up. They give her emotes in chat. She gets early access to Twitch features. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely like super brand friendly and good, because her brand, what's crazy to me is like her platform has never been like authentic. Like she puts on a character for her streams, and then how she actually is like more of this like drama type, like I like to fuck people over person, but she always tries to be like, oh, I don't want to fuck people over, I support everybody. But then you see her like true colors, even like on H3 podcast, where she's like laughing about the plush thing, and it's like, fair enough, I might do the same thing in her position, but it's like you're not honest about that, right?
Yeah, no, that's like that to me is so fucked up. Like she's laughing at the fact that you had to deal with that. Like it's like you're getting picked on by a guy with a much bigger platform than you, who has greater reach, a stronger core fan base, more stans, people who will do whatever he wants, and he fucked you over. He rug pulled you basically. Like he put money toward this thing, and what did he do? He fucking tug of war pulled that shit back.
Yeah, it almost wouldn't have gone through. Like Keemstar bought 50 of them, and I don't know, like it did end up like, I think it needs to sell 200 and end up like selling 251. So like maybe Keem's 50 didn't matter, but like at the time, like it put me over the edge. So it's like I don't know, like it was
he
just
did
weird.
fuck you over. He completely fucked you over.
Yeah. Like it almost wouldn't have gone made for sure. Like without Keemstar's contribution, I don't know if it would have gone made. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's the fact that he fucked you over, but not now present day, he has no introspection as to how maybe that wasn't the right thing to do. So he jokes about it, and then Pokimane, someone who's fucked you over in the past and has, you know, a quote apologized for it. You know, someone who is apologetic to their wrongdoings.
I mean, 2 apologies to me, which are both deleted.
And she fucking laughs at that. She's tee-heeing at that. Are you kidding? That's such a joke. Like that to me is where like, you know, the mask slips. Like that is something that's her actually laughing. Like she found that funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And I've always known she was like that, because like I had a call with her in 2019 about like Fainted and stuff, and she was like, I hope Fainted gets like fucked over, like ha ha ha. Like she was laughing, and shit. Like she's like completely, she's like kind of how we are on like live stream commentary debates. She's like, fuck that guy, lol, ha ha ha. And that's fine, but like her whole brand is just to say she's the opposite when she's really not, you know?
Yeah, no, it's literally the antithesis of what she pretends to be is what she actually is. It's crazy to me. And I mentioned this in my first video that I did on her, well, at least this time around. I had another little wave of videos I did on her in July. But I mentioned this, she's like very addicted to perception management. Like that image that we're saying she doesn't actually, you know, maintain in her private life, she's addicted to maintaining in her public life. Like if you even look at the thing with Jidion that happened, where he got banned, and then afterward, Jidion makes a video on his channel, like making up with Pokimane. Who do you think that benefited? Pokimane. That didn't benefit Jidion. It didn't, because everyone was on his side already. They already wanted justice for him for that completely bullshit ban, but now Pokimane gets a smile in his thumbnail and get the Jidion fans who are mad at her to be less mad at her. Like she totally manipulated him into doing that video. And it's crazy that, like, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's a pretty obvious mirage, but people like bought it.
I've known about it for like since 2019, because I was talking with her behind the scenes, and she was like just how she is actually, where she's like shit talking people and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, Faint is in contact with me. We could make like a debate, like a drama alert debate or whatever. And we end up doing the debate, and the second record is pressed, she just switches modes to like professional, like I'm trying to like make peace and everything. Like she completely switched the person she was, and I was expecting her to be like how she was with me in the call, like being like brutal and like Fainted being brutal back, and I thought it'd be like a war, and I thought it'd be fun content, but she ended up making it kind of like an apology tour or whatever, like in our interview together that we made in 2019. So it's just like such a shift.
She's totally PR trained. Like she's totally that's switch you said she flipped. Like that's something that she's been literally mastering ever since like the first few videos have been made on her, right? Notice how she's been apologizing less and less. It's because she's gotten better at managing that whole PR thing. She never wants to have to make an apology ever again in her life. And so she's gonna do everything she can to maintain that, to make sure that switch is always flipped. You know what I mean? I mean, people don't realize how big she is. She has nearly 10 million followers on Twitch. She does own the platform. So, as she's it's been a rough come up to where she is now. There's been apologies and stuff, but she's gonna make sure she never falls back to where she was getting those videos made on her and stuff. And I recognize that, so I'm obviously gonna do exactly that because I think she's a piece of shit.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, it's been so long since a lot of these controversies that when like people on Twitter see her make these posts like, oh, you're just being misogynistic, like they believe it. Like, and she gets a lot of support from like other Twitch streamers because either they're like scared or they're like that they just know that it's not worth going against Pokimane, or they want to get on our good side or whatever. But it's just like everything's just so fake. And it's not just her. I feel like it's the whole kind of like big top creator space, particularly Twitch, where they're just like all like behind the scenes they're completely different than how they are in public. But in public they like try to act like it's their authentic self when it really isn't.
They're all that way. Like the Valkyrie, like Corpse Husband, like that whole group, like they're
or like Hassan or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't.
Or Ludwig, and I don't know.
Have you ever interacted with any of those people in person, like at VidCon?
No, I did come in contact with Estefan, and I didn't like him, so I didn't talk to him. And it was in a scenario where it was like we were doing a Linus Tech Tips tour, so like going up to him and talking about like drama and how much I hate him. It's just like because he's like part of OTK and he let the Misgift shit slide or whatever. But well, no, besides that, I've never met anybody who's been like opposed to me in real life. So.
Right. Well, because we talk about them being super fake behind the scenes, and I like know people that I've met in real life that have met them in real life, and they say the same thing. So it's
Wait,
literally just
people who've met Pokimane.
Not Pokimane, but some of the people you just said, like Hassan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's just like I can tell with some of them is it's like the inclination to speak up against them, even if what I'm saying, like they'll shit talk them behind closed doors, but they literally cannot say anything publicly just because of how big their platforms is. Like when you get to a certain size, it doesn't matter how you respond to someone criticizing you. Like that person, just because you have more fans, will kind of just lose. It's like Mr. Beast. If someone even had a genuine thing against Mr. Beast, like if Mr. Beast raped somebody, like if you could literally say that happened and it would not matter because Mr. Beast fans would just literally drown you out, and it would be like more pragmatic to just not speak up. You know what I mean? You'd get harassed more for speaking up against it.
Yeah,
and that's
possibly.
Sort of how it is.
Depends how black and white it is, but yeah.
Yeah, sure. Obviously, there's nuance, but with a lot of these streamers that are pieces of shit behind closed doors, and there are people who have met them and want to voice that opinion, like they can't, because not only are they totally barred from ever interacting with that group again, which would obviously benefit their career, but it's going to do the exact opposite. You're going to have this effect of people who know them for their connection with like Hassan and stuff, and they're going to have those people like hating on them now. So
yeah, it's just not beneficial. So yeah. I don't know. And like, I feel like even I can't speak up against Pokimane, even though there's like documented proof of her doing this stuff against me, because it's like, it's been so long and the internet is like, so I feel like politicized, especially on Twitter, to where it's like, she can just be like, he's harassing me and he's misogynistic, and it's just over.
Yeah, no, it definitely is a lot of like, there's like kind of like a culture war undertone when there shouldn't be, you know?
Yeah.
It's like if you're saying something that isn't true, people should just be able to look at it and say that's not true. But there is like that, you're right, there is the political undertones, like the believe all women sort of thing.
That wasn't there in like 2018. Like I feel like if Pokimane, like let's say the Pokimane copyright strike situation never happened and then it just happens today, I don't think that it would have gotten, it wouldn't have gotten as much support, no.
Yeah, and that's the sad truth, because she has created this like coalition, and she's kind of like trained her fan base to be receptive to that sort of like what would you call it, rhetoric, where it's like anyone who does attack me is misogynist, and she runs the same script every time she's in controversy now, and it's been working out for her because, like you said, the internet's politicized.
Yeah.
You know, there's that kind of like girl boss, I'm against the world thing. She can paint that picture for her fans, and they eat it up, you know.
Yeah, for sure. So.
But you should. I mean, I know it feels like, you know, wrong or challenging to speak up against it, but I think almost exactly for that reason you should.
Yeah, but I've been speaking out against Pokimane and saying this stuff about her since 2019. Like, if you go back to old videos, I was saying this type of shit, and it's like, it's been 4 years. Like, I just don't. I'm just like...
Well, she literally laughed at you getting fucked over recently. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. This is like shitting on you, pretending to be your friend behind closed doors, and then shitting on you again publicly. If I were you, man, I'm gonna be honest, I would be fucking furious. I would be recording a video right now saying everything that's happened. She's fucked me over in the past, lied to my face behind closed doors on how she was gonna treat me properly, goes on one of the biggest platforms on YouTube, the H3 podcast, one of the biggest podcasts in the fucking world, and laughs at, you know, my misfortune, and laughs at a tweet that I made where I admitted fault, like a complete accidental tweet, basically. Like, I don't know what to tell you. She's literally using all the platforms she has to still shit on you after having fucked you in the past. I'm gonna be honest, man. If you need help writing a video or a script or something like this, I would love to help you, because I think this woman genuinely needs a serious reality check, and I think you could give it to her.
I tried in the past. Like, how many times am I gonna make Pokimane expose videos, right? And I agree, like, I do think it's like maybe worth a response or what have you, but it's like, I'm just tired. It's been so long. It's been fucking 4 years. Like, I just, I don't know. I just don't want to be in drama, honestly. But,
I mean, yeah, but dude, she's doing this to you. Like, she's literally throwing like stones at you right now. I mean, I don't know. I listen, like, I would feel so, and I understand you want to, like, you know, just stay out of it, and you're tired and you're jaded. But as someone who isn't that, just watching from afar, seeing what she's saying about you and what she's done to you, I'm like pissed on your behalf. Like, you know.
Thank you. I mean, I was pissed when the clip came out, obviously, but it's like, I don't know, like, I feel like responding will just do more harm than good, like, overall. Like, I just want to, like, make money, make content, and just, like, I'm tired of getting into these, like, feuds, because, like, it's not gonna end with me, like, completely destroying Pokimane. It's just gonna end in, like, kind of a stalemate, where it's like all the Pokimane fans are like, you're misogynistic, you're evil, blah, 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 and then all the people who are more rational will just be like, oh, I'm on Bubble X's side or whatever, and it's just gonna end kind of like in a stalemate, and it's like, I don't know, but
look, you're not wrong. Like, you're obviously, there's truth to what you're saying. But I don't want to, you know, make you or pressure you into making a video, but I will, you know, if I think, because I do think that it would be, you know, good for at least sharing what's happening. I'll set you on the deal a little bit. I mean, at least for me, I mean, the video that I made on her 3 days ago has the most likes that any of my videos have gotten in like so long. Like, I think people, like, there is a big market for people who want this cosmic justice to be seen, you know. I don't know.
And also, like, the issue is, like, I kind of legitimately fucked up with the banana tweet, so it's like, I feel like I just don't have as much leverage, you know. Like, it's like, oh, Bo Blacks is speaking, that guy who'll say like anything about Pokimane, you know. But
that's like a is a red herring, is that the right word?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's like a red herring. Like, people are gonna see that and if they're gonna call you a misogynist because of that, they don't know the context. Nobody knowing the context would actually call you a misogynist. Saying that you thought Pokimane posted a video of her sexualizing herself, and you were wrong. So,
but the title and thumbnail implied that, like, that was the clickbait. So I fell for the clickbait. So it's like, I don't know, but
right, but
I should have watched
being
it
misogynistic. You got clickbaited. That's not, that's like a girl where the thumbnail is like just her in gym booty shorts, and like she's like, the title is secret video, and you click on it and it's just her playing Fortnite.
Yeah,
it's
like a troll, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
so I don't know.
When it came in my shorts feed, I was surprised because it's like in the stream she acted like I would have a bunch of those like Pokimane hot videos in my feed, but I was surprised because obviously I don't watch those types of videos, and then it showed up in my feed, but I happen to be subscribed to Pokimane's second channel, so that's why it showed up in my feed, and I was like, why is this in my feed? Why is this like Pokimane, like how to eat a banana as a streamer in my feed? And I click it, I'm like, this is from actual Pokimane? Doesn't she say she doesn't want to be sexualized? I'm like, come on. And then like I post it, obviously impulsively, but yeah.
Well, even if you yourself don't want to be in drama, I mean, it's getting to the point where, I mean, she's going, I mean, on that H3 podcast, right? Like she's also going after Wavy Web Surf.
Yeah, dude, what she said about Wavy Web Surf was crazy. Because I'm not gonna lie, I only went to the podcast and clicked on the chapter that was about me, because like Pokimane and Ethan, like the two people who have like talked the most like lies about me on the internet, like I'm not really hyped to watch like a 3-hour stream of them, so I didn't see it. But then I saw like what she said about Wavy in your video, and I'm like, these people are like delusional, dude. They're crazy.
Yeah. Well, did you see the part of my video where I also showed like the tweet she liked about it was like, just say you're a misogynist and move on.
Yeah,
like,
I think so. Yeah.
Wavy, it's like, what the fuck? Like, so delusional.
Like Wavy, dude. Like, you met him in real life. Like, that just doesn't make any sense, bro.
Yeah, and I that's also part of why I think you should talk about this, because it's not just the you and Pokimane thing, which I mean obviously that's part of it, but it's getting to the point where it's like you have Wavy Web Surf getting hate from the Pokimane fans on Twitter. It's just like other shit like that. She's on H3 podcast, just calling any of her detractors like fucking sexist and whatever.
Like stalking, like, oh, he's been talking about me since 2017. I only started talking about you once you copyright striked me. I literally have all the proof here on the Twitter advanced search. Like.
So obviously, if you want to take your foot off the gas and not talk about it, then don't. But I don't know. I think this is like a genuinely worthwhile thing to discuss, because she is so popular and she is so incorrect on like almost everything she's saying involving this whole, her involvement with critics. So I don't know. I personally make the videos. They do well. Obviously, that's part of it. But I do mean every word I say in these videos. Like I just do not like this woman at all.
Yeah, and the thing you said about like perception management, I think it wasn't on the newest video, but it was on the Pokimane is genuinely unhinged video. Like that was like just so that basically that's the best way to describe her. It's just about perception management, and she'll do anything to make her perception good. Like one of the best examples of this is the Miskiff situation, right? When Miskiff was under fire for downplaying Adriana Lee's story, and she was talking to Adriana Lee directly on stream, she's like, all I care about is supporting women, I'll do anything to support you, blah blah blah. Later on, Adriana Lee and Miskiff still have beef to the point where there's like a lawsuit going on, and Pokimane is tweeting out stuff like, oh, Miskiff is my bestie, I love Miskiff, or whatever, because Miskiff had his reputation restored for whatever reason. So like it's just about the perception. It doesn't matter about what's actually happening. She will just do whatever like she could get away with in terms of the public eye,
Yeah. And I brought this up in my video today, which is like, look at how she literally, like, dude, if Leafy was the size of either of us, she would not have made an apology, because dude, she literally made an apology video where she directly addresses Leafy's criticism and apologizes for them 3 years ago in 2020. If I said exactly what he said in one of my videos, you know what I would get? Oh, cry more, incel. You understand? Like,
it's changed. Yeah, like
it's definitely changed.
Yeah, like she has that backing of people who are like, you were just against women, and she's like weaponizing that to defend herself against people she would have apologized to if, the circumstances were not in her favor in terms of public perception.
And I mentioned this too, if there was a large enough criticism campaign against her now, like a big enough criticism campaign, one to where it's not just a wavy web surf semi-joke tweet, one where it's not just like one of my videos that has 100k views, we're talking like PewDiePie makes a video, gets like 5 mil or 10 mil, like at that point, she would apologize.
100%.
Because the benefit of apologizing there for her public perception outweighs the benefit of her dismissing the criticism as misogynistic.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm trying to get more people to make videos on her, because I know for a fucking fact my gut has never wronged me, and I know for a fact if there was this huge wave of, you know, people waking up to all the shit she's done through content made by people like you and me, eventually she would, I just feel like she would have to apologize or respond or something. And she keeps making it worse day by day by, you know, doing this thing, you know, these interactions with Wavy Web Surf, laughing at your fucking, you know, your failure on the H3 podcast, etc., you know?
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, just realistically, from my point of view, like my selfish point of view, is like, what would I gain out of that? Like, or what would end up happening? Like, it's not like we're gonna take down Pokimane and, like, you know, make it so nobody watches her anymore. I don't know. She's just gonna be who she is. Though. And she's not gonna improve as a person. I feel. I don't know.
Well, I don't think it's impossible. I mean, you have people that are like even semi-adjacent to like the commentary community, like Pat God. Like I'm in close contact with him. He's made like diss tracks on Pokimane before during like the Leafy era. Yep. I'm telling you, we could definitely start like a new wave of, you know, of Pokimane exposed videos. Like,
yeah, maybe. Hold that thought. I need a pee. I'll be back in like a minute or two. You can talk to my chat if you want to.
Okay. What's up, chat? What's going on in chat? I'm gonna read chat. Why try to destroy someone that isn't good for your mental health? Well, the thing is, Pokimane she's tried to destroy more people than we would be doing by making videos on her, right? I mean, Leafy, Jidion, going after It's a Gundam sponsors. What else did I mention? Boblax, right? Obviously. Fainted. I mean, just look at all those people. I mean, if you fucked over the lives or disrupted significantly the lives of like, you know, 5 other creators, or it's probably more than that even, I feel like, and none of it's being worthwhile, and all the while you're trying to tell the public that you're just like an innocent gamer girl who's being harassed by incel trolls. It's like, dude, people need to wake up to that. Like, you know, that's my opinion. Boblax must become a martyr. Well, I don't think he needs to be a martyr. I don't think he'll be a martyr, but I think he should definitely say something. Kind of lame, Acheeto. I don't mean to be disrespectful. Well, listen, it's not disrespectful. I mean, if you think it's lame, you think it's lame. I just think Pokimane has a squeaky clean sort of perception, and that really bothers me because she's just like, she shouldn't have that considering all the things she's done.
Yeah, I agree. I'm back. So the thing is, like, I agree with all your criticisms against Pokimane, and I'm glad you're making videos on it. But the thing about me making videos on it is that, like, I've already said everything I need to say or have to say about Pokimane. Like, if I make a video, it's basically just a recap of my previous videos. Like, I've described her to a T in previous videos, and it just, I don't know, I'm like, it's just like, how many times am I gonna do this? If it's like the definition of insanity, like, you do the same thing over and over and expect different results. Like,
right.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like, at this point, and I've also been doing drama content for so long. Like, at this point, I'm just gonna do the Twitterverses, and then say shit on this channel, and kind of just like do the Sunny V2 thing where it's like, I just don't talk about it, you know? But I do appreciate your videos, and I agree with, like, basically everything you say in them, and I agree with what you're saying here. It's just that, like, for me, it's like, how many times can I go to war versus Pokimane, you know?
Yeah. No, I get it, bro. But maybe I could get Tom to do one on the second channel, or maybe on his main, who knows, but we'll see.
Yeah, but I appreciate your videos have been good, and you make, like, good points. Like, the perception management, like, that's such a good term to use, because I've just never used it. I've always, like, said that about her, like, that she cares more about her brand over everything else, but I didn't use that specific term, and I think that term describes her to T. If it's like one word, it's like perception management, you know?
Yeah, and she's a cry bully too, I'd say.
Yeah, like, playing victim. It's just so annoying. Like, just I kind of wish. I think her content would be unironically better if she was just herself and she was just like, a bitch, and be awesome. Like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. you, you know? It's actually
Yeah, that-
kind of funny sometimes when she shits on people, but it's like,
Yeah.
she pretends to be like this ooh-woo, like, I'm your girlfriend type
She's like
videos, you know?
She's literally like, have you ever seen Mean Girls?
Yeah.
She's literally Regina George.
Yeah.
Like that's what she is. Like Regina George is like the popular girl in high school, and she wants everyone to like her, but she's a total bitch. Like she
Yeah.
talks shit about people. She tries to ruin their lives, but she needs to be the popular girl. She needs to be liked by everyone. That's literally who Pokimane is.
When I first talked to her offline, and she was, or like, I guess on Discord call, like in private, and she like had like this, like, you could see her like real personality or whatever. I told her, I'm like, this is funny. This is what you should do. This is how you should be. It would like be funny as fuck. Like imagine Pokimane like in a debate with Destiny and calling him like a retard. Like it'd just be funny, but she suppresses that in order to put on a persona that I guess is like more popular or more like profitable or whatever. I think she's doing herself a disservice by not being honest and open about being a dickhead, but
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I do gotta get going right now. I gotta work on some stuff, but keep streaming, bro. I like what you're doing, and
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks
man,
for
I'm gonna
coming
stay on
on,
top of this for sure.
hell yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Take care. Have a great night.
See ya.
Thanks for everyone who stayed along. The website is closing now. You put a big black oiled up man in front of me. Hit the oil rig! We want answers! Now! Oh my god! This video was taken from a stream that I did a few nights ago, so if you ever see me live, hop in and say hello. Also, subscribe to this channel. This is where I'm posting all of the stream clips and highlights. There's a bunch of good stuff on there already for you to check out, but yeah, onto the video. Let's get into this. Alright, Pokimane is talking about why she's leaving Twitch, and we're gonna get into it. So, she starts off by giving me a, is that supposed to be a heart? Yeah, it's supposed to be a heart. Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate it. Double it and give it to the next person, though.
The podcast where we talk about personal topics and do deep dives on different topics, frankly, because there is no way to achieve connectivity without vulnerability.
Bro, why is she talking like a fucking fortune teller? Like a soul reader? You want your tarot cards? Dude, it's like, if you want to be vulnerable, tell me about it. It's crazy because she's like, yeah, she's putting on some voice here. Hey guys. Hey guys. You guys comfortable? Your secret's safe with me. My secret is that every time I drop a fat poop log into the toilet, I stare at it and I honestly look at it, realizing it's a prettier sight for sore eyes than the Pokimane Twitch.tv stream. And then I watch it, I flush it, and it spins around like a roller coaster and it goes right down the drain. And I'm like, that was really more satisfying and more appealing than watching this person.
God, I cannot believe we're going to talk about the things that we're going to talk about.
I think you fully can believe that you're about to talk about these topics. You know what? It would be unbelievable if you started talking about like the Jewish tunnels in New York City. That would be unbelievable. I would not believe that like I would be like, oh my god, what the fuck, is this real? But you're talking about how you're like, you know, leaving Twitch. So very, very believable, actually. Very within the realm of possibilities, okay?
And we're saying some things that I haven't really been able to say for the last 4-ish years.
I have something you haven't been able to say for 7 years, okay? It's the phrase, I produce good content. Can't really say that one.
For the last 4 or 5 years, streaming platforms have been giving out what we call exclusivity deals, meaning a platform will go to a streamer, typically a pretty well-established streamer, and offer them a minimum guarantee, aka basically a certain amount of money per year to only stream on their platform.
Dude, are you serious? Does this have to be said? Does she not think her fans know what the word exclusive means? So basically, you sign an exclusivity contract which means that you can only be exclusive to one platform, which basically means you can only be there and it's exclusive. You ever seen the shape of a circle? Because you're kind of talking in one.
For the last 4 or 5 years, these exclusivity contracts have been happening. But what is really in these contracts? Why did they exist?
Tell me.
And why are they becoming more and more
Ears are
rare?
wide
or
open.
frankly, if you didn't already know,
Wide
they're almost
open.
not a thing anymore.
Okay.
First, let's break down how these contracts work and most of the platforms that have given
Anybody know what this person does? We're having all these conversations about this is what's in the contract. You have to read the clauses and the preamble and all this bullshit in order to make an exclusive contract exclusive, and this is not exclusive, and we're gonna go through the platforms that offer exclusive contract options and this and that and etc. Does any single person in my chat know what she does? What does she do on her streams? She just sits there buffering like a DVD player that has lint inside of it. You put a dude, a big black oiled up man in front of me, okay? And you say, tell me 3 things Pokimane's done on her stream, or the big oiled up black guy is going to violate you. It might be over for me. It actually might be over for me. I don't know if there's a way out. I gotta just pray. The answer there is Jesus. I gotta pray. I gotta just put my hands together, pray to the Lord, and just hope that there's just something happens where I'm safe.
Within these contracts, usually you have to stream X amount of hours. And that amount of hours could range from 70 hours to 106.
Excuse me, can I go to the bathroom? Oh, I need a hall pass? Okay. Because this does not feel like school.
Turn to page 3 of Twitch TOS. We have a quiz on this on Friday. As you can see, there is no hate speech allowed. Any and all hate speech will result in termination.
Interestingly enough, the amount of hours that you stream does not correlate to the amount of money that you get paid out.
Oh my god. You're telling me. Wait. No. So Pokimane is telling us right now that when you stream, that there's no guarantee that you'll get paid more if you stream for longer. This is news. This is crazy. It's almost like, okay? There's no wage.
The amount of hours that they tell you to stream is correlated to how much you stream.
Dude, someone get her McDonald's apron ready. Get ready, because I want to, when I'm at the drive-thru, I don't want to have this whole yap sesh. It'll be a double quarter pounder with fries and a large Coke. It's not about, you want to hear about Twitch exclusivity? I want a large fries, double quarter pounder with cheese, and a Coke, Pokimane. Yes, it's to go. All right, thank you. Just give me my fucking fish fillet. Get me out, all right?
He's probably streaming twice as many hours. That doesn't mean he's getting paid twice as much.
Yo, is she just in her bed right now? Just straight up under the covers, bro? Dude, you know for a fact, though, she's rich. I was joking about that McDonald's thing, but holy shit, bro. Point to anything in your room right now. Play a quick game. Point to anything in your room. Pokimane could have 20 of them right now if she wanted to. It's kind of disgusting, actually. I mean, it literally just shows you if, like, I don't know, that might sound bad, but, like, if you literally are Pokimane, like, and you can be like her, whether that means you're of the female gender or you have an ability to play a certain character for a certain audience, then do it. By the way, not even a Stanley. It's like a fake Stanley.
You also usually have to run a certain amount of ads per hour, and sometimes you have to go to certain company-related events.
Dude, this is the definition of, like, why not start a podcast? This podcast had no reason to exist. I could make a podcast 30,000 times more interesting than this. Literally, I could be half asleep and high on meth. I could literally just sit here and be like, okay, so back in 7th grade, I was chased by a pedophile, and he almost got me, which was scary. But luckily, he tripped on a sidewalk crack, and he fell on his face. And you know, a lot of children were safe now. And praise be the Lord, because that pedophile fell, and he will not be getting back up. He was taken, he was detained, and my butt was safe. Acheeto, stop being insecure. You're the same thing. Explain that though, because I don't have a podcast. Like, this is a podcast. My point is, Spotify gave Pokimane a deal to put her podcast on Spotify. That is something that only a very select few people will ever get the opportunity of having, and that means that actual talent will not be getting that. Instead, Pokimane will, just because she has like more fans, which kind of fucking bothers me. Yeah, you want a good podcast to watch This Past Weekend with Theo Vaughn.
I want to preface by saying these are great deals, and I am so insanely grateful to have had the opportunity to have not one, but 2 of these deals, and my deals personally were 2-year deals, and I feel so lucky also because your contract does not...
I'm literally falling asleep right now. I'm sedated. I just took a melatonin or something. I'm just... It's school. It's literally school. It's like, you ever just fell asleep on the desk at school and you're just like... you're just like out, you know? Middle of class, boom, and you're out. You wake up at the end of class, teacher hits you on the shoulder, you fucking fell asleep in my class one more time, you know what I mean?
You're not getting paid more or less depending on how many viewers you have, which is really, really nice for peace of mind, to be honest. Anyways, this is all to say the way that these contracts are made is frankly quite beneficial to the streamer.
This is what we're doing. We're just fucking up basic words and then laughing at them. Because it's like cute that we can't say basic words, and it's like
we like coming across as inhibited. I think the LARP is like I'm watching this and I like Pokimane. Oh my god, I fuck up basic words all the time too. It's like I didn't pass the 2nd grade. I can't do it. Oh, whoops. Let me go to the car gosh. Oh, I meant car wash. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
However, there is a slight downside, which is that I think although these contracts were made in a way that is great for peace of mind and feeling like you have a safety net in a way as long as you stream a certain amount of hours, they do kind of put you in this headspace of prioritizing hours streamed versus how good the content that you're streaming actually is, or putting effort into other platforms or doing other things or venturing outside of simply the sphere of streaming, aka in some ways it forces you to put all your eggs in a basket. And I have seen with certain streamers, it leads to almost becoming, for lack of a better term, sometimes it ends up taking a bit of that magic or excitement out of it, or what might have initially made your content really good. Once you start seeing it as just hours broadcasted instead of what you're doing,
Facts.
yeah, your content might change because of that. I feel like there have been instances.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. I can't get this out of my mind, right? She keeps talking about content, and this has become my content, and it changes and it morphs, and the content is fluid, and it can be anything, and it's constantly changing. It's a formless motion. Fucking what do you do? You know what? Just so I can get an idea around this. Pokimane VOD. Let's just go random. What is she doing? Great game. Dying in Valorant. Does she just play? Is this all she does? Is she a Valorant player? Is it? I never caught that fucking. I never got the memo on that. All right, here we go.
Where? Dude, yeah.
So she's just like sucking on her hand. Okay.
I have a headache right now, and it's like.
Who watches this shit?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is garbage.
Ooh, electrolytes. I'd be hearing about those.
You've heard of electrolytes, have you? Wow, I'm glad you got the word about electrolytes. Yeah, you know, they've been around for a bit. I'm glad you caught wind.
Also, I'm really glad you guys are liking the hair because I've really been liking doing my hair like this.
So when she's talking about content on the podcast, she's like, my content's changing. This is what she's talking about. Like her talking about electrolytes and her haircut. How is this person famous? Just goes on her phone. Just actually goes on her fucking phone. Unbelievable. What a joke.
So yeah, for me, there were times where I'm like, oh my god, you know, I feel not as excited to stream, but I'm still forcing myself to just hit whatever amount of hours. And I mean, hey, we've all got work to do. We've all got bills to pay. But unfortunately, burnout when it comes to content is a little bit.
How does this person that you have the audacity to talk about burnout when you sit there talking about electrolytes in your hair? Unbelievable. Hit the oil rig. Imagine having the fucking audacity to look into a camera and say, how do you manage the burnout as a streamer? Go to an oil rig. Okay? You talk about electrolytes and your hair.
I think when your audience sees that you're not as excited about what you're doing, that makes them a lot less excited too. And they can for sure catch on.
Okay, you know what? There you go. That was something valuable right there. Notice how the moment I get fucking crazy hype and stuff, people are like, they're invested. So the moment you start getting hype on something as a fucking creator, then your audience cares too. So that's how that goes. So she is true about that. Wait, she's actually a genius because she realizes that if she, because her audience is basically obsessed with her. So if she's talking about like my hair extensions and shit, they're gonna be like, that's what they're gonna care about. Dude, she's actually 900 IQ. I can't believe it. Like, I like my hair. Her audience will be like, me too.
When their streams revolved around just how many hours they were streaming, that led to them not enjoying it as much. Ultimately, I just wanted to mention that because it might be some interesting perspective for you guys. To be honest, the first time that I signed a 2-year deal with Twitch,
I don't feel bad at all when I talk about Pokimane, because anytime anyone feels like, oh, you're going too hard on her, look up 2 words, Pokimane, or 3 words, Pokimane net worth. 25 fucking million. $25 million. Okay? You wanna know how much I make? Not even anywhere close to that. Not even anywhere close to that. Okay? $25 million to this person who doesn't know what fucking electrolytes are. You can't make this shit up. So if at any time you're like, oh my god, this is, guys, we're going too far. I'm not saying it's right, you know, just to make, you know, to harass someone if they have a lot of money. It's content, right? All her money is made from content, and her content, she's f***ing people's lives. I just don't.
I was so anal about hitting my hours. I was so anal about.
She said she was anal. Okay. All right. What the f? What are we even doing here? Okay.
Out hitting my hours. I kept a spreadsheet. I logged everything. I was always checking to make sure that, you know, I'm optimizing.
It's short for anal retentativeness. Oh, fussy.
Anal retentive.
Okay. You can't say anal though. That's not a word.
Blah, blah,
Fake
blah.
humility SMH? What, me? That I'm being fake humility? What do you mean I'm young? I'm 20 years old, okay? I'm a fresh creator, okay? I'm not washed up. All these, the average age of the creators that you watch are like 27 to 35, okay? They're all older than me by a long shot. I'm young and I'm new to this and I'm not perfect. I'm not. I mean, like I can probably be unentertaining or I take things too far or whatever. But my goal is to not come across perfect. That's never been my goal. My goal has been to come across authentic. You can see my fuck-ups. You can see where I spaz out too much or whatever. And I want that to be this way. I'm not going to be this fucking Pokimane where I stare at the camera and recite some script that's been like fucking, it's like oatmeal. It's flavorless. It's fucking garbage. Okay? I'm trying to look at you and give you something that entertains you. I'm here to give you a good time when you watch my shit. That's it. Okay? I'm trying to be as real as I can be while being entertaining and not trying to be some fucking palatable oatmeal fucking cereal Cheerios bullshit. I'm trying to literally just make y'all, you know, just entertain, all right?
And then at some point I realized, wow, this is really taking the love of it all out of it. And so I tried to experiment with different ways of still being, you know, a little bit more lenient with myself, but still working as hard as I could. And honestly, over the last year, although I have still had an exclusive contract with Twitch,
do these people just not realize like this whole thing is fake? Like, do they just not know? Do they just see this and think it's like, wow, this is how like this is how this person is they just talk. This is, I don't want to say like selling your soul, because I don't think it's like selling your soul legit, like you made a deal with the devil, like a blood pact or anything. But like, I think your personality is who you are, right? And if you sell who you are, you sell out, you stop being your authentic self, and you have to curate this certain plastic image of who you really are in front of a camera in order to maintain like relevance and money and an audience. That to me is just like, you haven't like sold your soul spiritually, but it's just like you've basically become a shell of who you really are. Like you basically have just traded up authenticity for money and success, which is not selling your soul, but it's not that much different from it. I mean, let's be honest, okay?
To video about a year ago just talking about why I haven't felt the same way about streaming, and that I was gonna open myself up to trying new things. Oh my god, look at this podcast.
Well, because selling anything is to exchange one thing in order for money, right? So when you're giving up your you know, ability to actually be yourself, because I know for a fact this is not how she actually is. It slips out every now and then, but when you can't just be yourself, and you're getting more money as a result.
Over the last year, I've been doing a lot of different things, and frankly, missing out on a lot of money that I could be making. That is 100% a choice that I'm making for myself, for my happiness, and for my long-term career.
I love how she's like, oh, I'm missing out on money. Dude, when you're worth 25 mil, it's like, you haven't missed out on the 25 mil. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's just not, I mean, I'm missing out. I'm taking a big risk. Yeah, okay, you're gonna sleep in the same beautiful house and take beautiful vacations, and I think you'll have the same life, basically.
I'm trying to figure out how much might be interesting for me to share in regards to that decision making, but all in all, I think you guys get what I'm saying. Putting all of your eggs in one basket isn't always great, especially once you start seeing.
Rose jealous? Well, that's like, what are you trying to prove right now? That I'm not happy with the fact that she makes more money than me? Are you happy that she makes more money than you? I really hope you wouldn't say yes, because I hate when people be like, well, you're jealous of this person, and it's like this person has like $25 million, and it's like you're saying that as if it's something that I shouldn't be jealous of. It's like, well, I'm not supposed to want $25 million. Oh, got it. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit here and be like, oh, okay. No, it's great that you have all of those millions and I don't have anything close to that. That's cool. And it should stay like that, and I don't want any. What? You should be jealous of people that are far more successful than you, so you could want that. Jealousy is like, that's the desire to want what someone else has.
Let me just talk about why I'm not re-signing with Twitch. And let's just start with something very important right off the bat, okay? It would be, I would be remiss not to mention the fact that it's clear to many people Twitch as a company is not very profitable. And when I say not very profitable, I mean not profitable at all. And their CEO has been very transparent about this. Even though they're owned by Amazon, they still have a very hard time actually making money off of the platform because it costs so much to run. I know they had a lot of employees, although unfortunately they had a lot of layoffs recently too. All in all, they haven't found a path to profitability. And so 4 years into doing exclusive deals and spending millions on retaining content creators, they've decided to pivot to basically not doing any deals at all that are...
That's honestly what is the best thing you can do right now. Either fall asleep or legit like start mewing or something. This is the biggest waste of like my capacity to hear sounds. Oh my god. I could be listening to a beautiful symphony composed by Mozart right now, but instead I'm listening to just like the lowest tier yap session I think I've ever heard conjured up by another human being. Like this microphone is like wanting to jump off your table right now. Imagine being the microphone made in the factory with the destiny of being rambled into by Pokimane just about some just complete nonsense. What do you do at that point? It's unfortunate.
I could have potentially, I think, re-signed with them exclusively and had some other bonuses, whether that's better sub rates or better ad rates.
Sorry to bother, but she's the slowest talker in the world and I'm gonna have to head out. Thanks for a good life. No, you're gonna stay in here and you're gonna be a good fucking viewer and you're not gonna leave just because the fucking going gets hard or whatever. You're gonna stay here like the rest of us and endure the pain and watch the stream, okay? So sit your ass back down and lock in.
Frankly, months ago, I'd already personally decided I don't want to re-sign with Twitch and I don't want to sign exclusively with any streaming platform, okay? It's time for me.
All right, you need to sign exclusively with the McDonald's Fry Cook Association. Here's the order. 10 nuggets, double quarter pounder with cheese, medium fries, large Coke. Memorize that. Exclusively sign with them, please.
And frankly, if I were to tell you guys why, I wouldn't even know where to start. And I don't know where to start, but...
Craner says, I work at McD's. Dude, get ready for Pokimane to be your coworker. Have fun with that. There's 43 more minutes of this shit.
It's like when you're in, oh god, I hate to compare it to this, but I do sometimes feel like I've been in a long-term, committed, but toxic relationship with not Twitch as a company, but Twitch streaming. And sometimes like the industry as a whole.
Yeah, but you could quit.
And I feel like it's just time for me to explore new...
Why did she convince the entire internet that she was Asian for like 5 years? Bro, I know she like didn't do anything intentional, but like for the longest time, I deadass thought she was like Asian. And I think she did that like in some way on purpose. I feel like she kind of leaned into it, or at least like, am I going crazy? Dude, she's South African and her boyfriend is Asian. So everyone just assumed she was Asian and she hung out with those Saikuno, Valkyrie, Asian like Among Us community. Do you guys remember that like a little Among Us community, the offline TV? That was it. It was like the Asian content creator group. And she literally would blend in there like a chameleon. And she'd play these Among Us games with all of these Asian people. And it was just of no suspicion that she wasn't Asian. Not saying that like, you know, if you're with a bunch of Asians and you know, are just hanging out with them, it doesn't make you Asian. But like, I thought that was their whole thing. It was like an Asian, like affinity group. And so she just kind of blends in, doesn't really say anything. And she just kind of flies under the radar. And I feel like she does her makeup, because look at her without makeup. And I'm not, I know if I pull this up, YouTube's gonna think that I'm being mean to her, and I'm not being mean to her. I'm just showing a stark contrast between her with makeup and without makeup. Not to say that, you know, there's an attractiveness difference or whatever, but if you literally just look at her, the ethnic persuasion that's being displayed is like different. You know, she looks more like Asian in this picture than in some other ones where there's no makeup, and it's very strange. I don't know why she does it, and I know she's aware of it because she hasn't stopped doing the makeup the same way. She's been doing this like this for basically her entire career, and it makes you wonder, like, does she want to pander or like give this image of like being this like Asian Valorant gamer girl? Because that's a real thing. There is like this genre of like Asian women that want to like be on Discord and play Valorant. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. There's like a type there.
And I just don't see the Twitch scene
That's a whole ass thing. Yeah, dude, I know it's a thing. And people sound, it's like weird if you bring it up and you like know what you're talking about, but it's a very real thing. If you know anything about that, weren't you raising one up like a few months ago? We're not going to talk, well, yes, but.
During the pandemic, everybody was at home. So many more people were watching live streams.
That's true.
The valuation for Twitch related things, including these contracts that streamers were getting, like myself, they were becoming a little bit overvalued. And now, honestly, all of these industries have gone down since that time. And so the valuations are adjusting a lot. But for me, it's not just about the money or the valuations.
Well, actually, I mean, to be fair, you know, this is kind of true because she did just say that she wasn't gonna, there was money on the table for her. But I think it's easy to say that it's not about the money after you've made 25 million. Like at this point, it's like, oh, I can quit. And honestly, it's not about the money. Well, it's like, well, yeah, because you made like a shitload already. So now you can say it's not about the money. Like, oh, I don't have to, you know, keep doing it. It's not about the money after you've made all that money. You know what I mean? I guess, you know, you could say that, but I don't necessarily know if that's the truth.
I feel like I saw the scene and the industry grow in the direction that I really wanted it to. And during the pandemic, there were so many people watching streaming and caring about games. There were so many more girls. There was such diversity in the demographic. And I felt so much more seen and heard. And I was like, wow, this is what I've always wanted for streaming.
This was when Twitch was like, we're making a special category on Twitch where you can see women streamers. It was like women on Twitch. And they slapped her on there, bro. Bro, by the way, the whole women on Twitch thing is so funny because it's like the just chatting section is like, I feel like it's more women than men. And it's like ASMR streams. You got like the yoga streams where it's like $5 and I hit a downward dog. You know what I mean? And it's just like, okay, I see what we're doing here. But yeah, the women on Twitch thing is kind of interesting because it's like they want women on Twitch that are like not doing that shit. Like I remember when I would go on the page, there was not any of like the shit that you would normally see, like the downward dog for $5. It was like these very like well-imaged people like Pokimane and Valkyrie, etc.
Twitch and streaming nowadays, it's really almost nothing like how it was back then. Or frankly, I feel like it has regressed a lot.
Asian Bunny got 10 bans, bro. Who's Asian Bunny? Can I look this up or is this going to be a P-star? I'm looking this up. Asian Bunny X. Okay. Wow, that is holy f that Instagram. How is that not taken down? Those are large ones. I'll say that. Oh yeah, this is just softcore. This is just softcore. This is basically just, yeah. That's great. I'm glad that she can oil up on camera and basically make more than my entire fucking family. And Twitch does nothing but pat her on the back and send her the racks, bro. And somehow it's more respectable than literally being like an actual porn star. That's great.
I'm gonna say something that might get me in some trouble, but I'm gonna say it anyways because it's how I feel. So, or at least this is my personal perspective and my...
She will say this before saying something that will not get her in any trouble at all. I'm gonna say something I probably shouldn't, might get me in some trouble, and it's just like, oh, I love gay people. You know what I mean? It's just like some fucking totally non-controversial.
So is it just me? Or yeah, do you guys also feel like it has regressed a lot? And especially with the rise of so much manosphere, red pill bullshit?
Oh my fucking god! No, you can't be serious. You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. Are you actually saying that streaming culture has reversed because of red pill content? Dude, because Sneeko streams on Rumble and Fresh and Fit stream on Rumble and have a fraction of the size of an audience as you do. Is it just me or is it gone back? It's literally, I think it's just you. And I think honestly, this is so fucking retarded because I'll explain to you what she's describing and how her fucking mentality causes this, okay? There's Twitch being the hyper specific safe space that it is. There's no dissenting opinions. You can't be certain political views on there, whatever. You can't do this, you can't do that, whatever. And so all the people that want to say stuff that's TOS, they have to go to other platforms where they can do whatever they want. And the people that go onto those platforms, their audience becomes more extreme, okay? And it creates an echo chamber where they're saying worse and worse things every single time in order to talk to their audience because they were booted from the mainstream platforms. So now they're like, they fell down. They fell down a flight of stairs and they have to scream louder so the person at the top can hear them, okay? And she is complaining like, why is all the red pill content rising? It's because you tried to shut them the f up. If people just like let these people just be on Twitch or YouTube or these mainstream platforms like Sneeko, whatever, I swear they would not be nearly as crazy saying the shit they're saying now. Sneeko's chat, it literally just says like W Hitler half the time. His chat would not be saying W Hitler if it was on YouTube. And that's just a fact.
I feel like that stuff has flourished within the male-dominated live streaming sphere of things. And I mean, I can't be surprised, right? It's the online demographic that skews male the most. So of course, manosphere stuff would kind of quote-unquote perform better her there. And you guys already know who and what I'm talking about. Okay, don't make me get into the details. But it was just really disappointing to see this community and industry that I have so much love for relish almost in this shit.
Oh my god, it's so unfortunate that Fresh and Fit and Sneeko are getting viewers on their stream. Like, why are we doing this whole thing where it's like, oh my god, this is affecting my job, bro? Literally, in like 2020, there was like so much breadtube content on YouTube, right? And from like 2020 until 2022, it was like super fucking breadtube left wing, right? And then 2022 is like Tate Rise, and since then it's gotten better. And it's like you have people like me who aren't like super like explicitly right wing or anything like that, and the content is just like common sense sort of shit that are now like finally getting, you know, I guess a little bit better, more recognized, right? She literally says like, oh, these people are blowing up, and so that affects my wanting to stream. What? Imagine me seeing Hassan blow the fuck up, and that's like, oh, I don't want to do content. So pathetic.
To exist in an industry and community and watch that shit happen and act like it's no big deal, and to see it be normalized.
Dude, it is the fucking internet. Oh my god. Why is she acting like these people who stream just stormed the beaches of Normandy? Why is she acting like we just experienced like they've hit the second tower? No, they didn't. They said there's two genders. That's what they said.
Bigotry and shit spewing and just so much stuff that I frankly, like, I just don't agree with it.
Alright, it's bigotry. Alright, what's bigotry, Pokimane? Tell me what's bigotry. What kind of bigotry do you experience, Pokimane? I'd love to hear the bigotry. Tell me about that. Please tell me about that.
And to see it be normalized, the kind of bigotry and shit spewing and just so much stuff that I frankly, like, I just don't agree with it. And I know you're gonna say, okay, well, don't just sit there, you know, speak against it.
Raw. What the fuck is this? What is this podcast? I see offensive content, and it's my duty to speak up against it, but I don't want to, and I'm quitting. Dude, go get an MRI now. This is not even main character syndrome. This is like I wrote the main character, and it just the main character that I wrote was just so happens to be me. This is like writing a book where you're the fucking main character. It's unbelievable.
Why are you gonna speak against someone with dozens of thousands of followers and stans that are gonna go against you and shit down your throat? Like, it's almost like there's no point.
What? Why would you speak up against another creator who has fans? Because you want to? What the fuck? What do you think is gonna happen? If you say Sneeko had an L take, what do you think is gonna happen? You're gonna wake up and there's gonna be like an explosive device at your doorstep? You will just get dislikes on YouTube.
Expressing your opinion to people that you're never gonna change anyways, you know? And frankly, a lot of them are prepubescent little boys that just need to go through puberty and then they'll figure it out. You know, like, I don't want that demographic. I don't want to take responsibility for them. But it's also...
This is so retarded. She's basically saying, like, bad takes that people are hearing or whatever. I don't even... Promise she speaks so broadly, and I know she does it on purpose. I'm not saying she has to be specific, but, like, let's just say Aiden Ross tweets there's only two genders. People see that and they like it. And then she's like, oh, they'll grow out of it. What do you mean they'll grow out of it? That's how it is, and that's how it always will be.
Anyways, all in all, this is just to say there are a lot of things within this community and industry that I don't agree with. And as someone who has been fortunate enough to grow my personal followership? I don't know what to call it. My personal communities on many different platforms, I find myself enjoying my time nowadays a lot more on these other platforms than on Twitch. I still love Twitch so much. Like, I have so much love for... Oh, I love gaming. I'm gonna be gaming until I'm literally 80 in a rocking chair playing TFT on my phone. Like, I will forever have so much love for gaming. But yeah, Twitch and streaming and the surrounding communities around that is, to me, not the sole representation of gaming. And that becomes very clear once you go to maybe YouTube and see all of these amazing Let's Plays or other live streamers, or you go to TikTok and you see so much cute, cozy gaming content or other kinds of gaming content. Like, it seems like there's this plethora of people who have similar interests as me, and they're just not all on Twitch. And it sucks to feel like, oh, I cannot reach these people that I would love to have in my community if I remain on Twitch. Part of me really wanted to structure this whole thing.
Did anyone... That was... What the that was insane. So she goes, I don't like the ideas being spread by popular people in the community, but, like, I want to spread to other platforms to reach into the community. Didn't you just say the community was 12-year-old boys? You're lost. You're confused. Lock in. Can you believe Spotify paid her for this? I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
I think another thing that I didn't love about this industry is I felt like I got to the point where I started feeling like, especially...
This is her complaining about the fucking industry. I can't believe... She's getting paid by Spotify to complain about Twitch, the fucking industry. It's crazy. Bro, I complain about Twitch, not made a dime off Twitch in my entire life. I probably complain about YouTube once every year, maybe. And every time I do it, I preface it by, like, sucking YouTube's dick. and being like, oh, thank you for everything, and I can make money, and this and that. You are the industry. What are you talking about? Like, I'm sorry, is that like, I mean, I don't want to go too into it, but like, maybe I could be wrong. I know statistically the biggest streamers are male. I feel like there's really successful female streamers too, like plenty of them. I can name at least like 10. I also don't understand, like what's with this whole like demonizing, like it's mostly male viewers, but it's like, aren't that also your viewers though? Like what's the beef here?
I love analytics, I love data, I love thinking like that. You know, I studied engineering. That's just how my brain works. And sometimes I wish it didn't, and I wish it would shut the fuck up, but that's how it works. But maybe that's interesting for you guys to hear because I have a typically more business-minded mindset than most. But yeah, I started feeling like one of the only ways to...
I'm sorry, one thing that bothers me, and I know I have my moments, but I just really think people who can't speak should not be in the entertainment industry at all. And I know I have like little stutters and shit like that, but every now and then, like I swear to God, she says a sentence that is like the word equivalent of just zoning out. It's like, what? Like what? Like, let's just run the back.
But that's how it works. But maybe that's interesting for you guys to hear because I have a typically more business-minded mindset.
It's like an AI that's meant to not make sense. I just don't understand. Like you have a fucking podcast. It blows my gourd.
One of the only ways to be successful in this industry or become more successful in this industry is to appeal to more guys. That doesn't have to be a bad thing. I love men. Okay, there are a lot of great men, but we both know some of the guys in this industry not so great.
What, did we just take a trip to Italy? What's with the... so you know how it goes. Some of the guys, and what the fuck?
If you're a girly pop and you're on Twitch, you know me, and I love you.
Some of the guys in the industry, you know, this is some tough guys.
I'm not gonna grow by maybe doing some of the things that I want to do. I can only grow by appealing, perhaps, more to the guys left in the industry, and I don't really want to do that, because some of them I don't really agree with. Please don't assume anything by what I'm saying, aside from what I'm saying. Oh God. But don't assume that what you think I'm saying is what I'm actually saying. Am I saying what I mean to say?
What are you saying? Incoherent. Incoherent.
Am I saying what I mean to say? Whatever. So...
I feel like I just watched a mom push her children's stroller off of a fucking cliff. Like that's how hard I could not believe my eyes and ears.
Maybe a better way to say this is that I felt like I hit my saturation point on Twitch. Like if you're on Twitch or in the streaming Twitch bubble, you know me. And if you fuck with me, you probably follow me or watch my stuff, which I appreciate so much, and I fuck with you too. And if you don't, you probably hate my guts and don't wipe your ass.
I can't. I'm done. I am done. I don't want to listen to this anymore. I don't want to think about this anymore. I don't want to do anything that would bring me close to this content at all. Ever. Dude, I cannot fucking believe this. I cannot believe she got paid by Spotify to do a show on Spotify where she can't speak the English language properly, where she complains about the industry that she's in, where she made $25 million fucking dollars, and how it's not fun for her anymore because people with different viewpoints have a platform, and that's making her want to stop. Oh my God. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. You could tell me that like Frankenstein is alive and well right now, walking around molesting children, and I'd be like, okay, I don't really believe you. But then if you told me everything that I just laid out about Pokimane in this situation, I'd be like, what the fuck are you serious? This is like a real thing. Like she did that. I'd be like, wow. Okay, well, what the fuck me, I guess. But Bizzard the Wizard with the $5. I've been watching this for 15 minutes. How can someone watch this for hours? I don't know, but thank you for the $5. I can't stop now. I can't. I'm already in too deep. I know I said I have to stop. I just can't. I mean, maybe I hate myself. Maybe that's what we've gotten from this all.
And if you don't, you probably hate my guts and don't wipe your ass.
$25 million. $25 million to this person. Just zero talent whatsoever. Oh my God. Yeah, so if you don't f with her, apparently you don't wipe your ass. Okay, it's funny because like pretty butt. Spotify, I'm sure that they love that one. Oh my God, wait, she told a crusty poopy butt joke. Oh, we're renewing her contract for sure. Someone clipped that. That was great. That was great from Pokimane. We need more talent like that on the Spotify Podcasting Academy. Great stuff there. Really, really stellar shit.
So I want to preface with my gratitude, especially the financial security that those contracts brought me, especially the status,
Insane to
and
me.
the ways that it has helped my career. Those are all great, great, great. However, there have been some downsides to becoming the quote-unquote Twitch girl, which this exclusivity contract has kind of made me. So yes, it has helped me in a lot of ways, but you know, being the Twitch girl or being the face of Twitch, which I don't feel I am, but some people might describe me as, I would say, you know, there have
by
been lots of great
definition, you're the
upsides
face
to
of
that.
Twitch, though. Hold on, look at this. They literally put you on the app. Look at this. This is Twitch. Look up Twitch on the App Store. This is what you get. This is what it means to be the face of Twitch. When you are on the face of Twitch. Oh my god. Oh my god.
There are a lot of Twitch-related things that I just don't agree with. One, it was sometimes hard to speak out against these things. But two, I felt like because some people hated Twitch, they hated me.
What?
I represented Twitch, but me and Twitch, hello, we're two separate things. Wow, did I feel like I got a lot of hate? And hey, this is not to say, oh my god, all the hate that I get is undeserved. No. I say some shit and people don't like the shit. That just is what it is. But I did very much feel like the tone that people came at me with, the energy that people came at me with, and the way that people viewed me, a lot of that was because I was dubbed the Twitch girl and because of my affiliation with
This is just like no accountability.
And I'm so sorry we're breaking up now. I'ma still be on sometimes though, but you know. But yes, me and Twitch, we are not the same thing, okay? They are a whole-ass corporation.
Nobody thinks that you work for Twitch. When Twitch fucks up, people get mad at Twitch. They don't get mad at Pokimane. That's like never taken place, okay?
Twitch, as a company, is really messy. Y'all are messy, and it's okay. I'm a little messy too, but Twitch is really, really, really messy. That's just... You guys saw that stuff a couple or a few weeks ago where like they made nudity not against terms of service, or maybe
Okay, I'm glad she has common sense.
nudity wasn't against the terms of service.
This was stupid.
And I'm not saying that that was a good or bad decision. I don't even know enough.
She's like, my contract's up. I can finally criticize Twitch, but I'm not gonna say they made a bad decision. I just can't do it. What the fuck, dude?
Of the details to have an opinion.
I don't know enough of the details to have an opinion. You just described the policy.
They be tweeting shit and then deleting it and then correcting and then retweeting and then they make a change and then take it back and then do a backflip and then do a
I'm glad she's
sideways
realizing.
cartwheel. How are you guys going through these processes? Is there not an infrastructure? And I get it. You used to be.
Okay, she's actually
maybe
right.
Like a smaller company, but you've been a corporation for a minute, and now you're owned by Amazon. And again, as someone who was very, very closely affiliated with Twitch, I feel like although Amazon funds Twitch, sometimes I wish that they were doing a little bit more for the general infrastructure of Twitch, as well as Twitch's PR. Like the way that Twitch comports itself and is seen publicly. And
this is the first time she's actually making sense. Well, yeah, because she's dogging on Twitch, which is super easy to do. It's like, can you add 2 + 2 and get an answer there? If you can denote the sum of 2 + 2, then you can understand why Twitch is f***ed up. It's not a secret.
And Twitch partners and bans people by a process that has many, many, many errors.
Yeah, like the jidion one, right? Like the one where you claim that you were being harassed by jidion, and so he was banned. You took a black man's source of income, and you had the audacity to complain about fucking diversity. She's like, oh, 2020 was great. It was so diverse. I played Among Us with all the people who thought I was Asian, and it was so diverse. But I'm gonna fuck the black man over. I'm gonna tell Twitch he was mean and aggressive. By the way, a little stereotyping, you know, mixed in there, a little casual stereotyping. But yeah, we're gonna tell Twitch that I was being harassed and abused by a black man. Jidion did nothing wrong. He's L ratio. Yeah, we're gonna get him banned. No more Twitch income because it's not. Remember, it's not about the money. She doesn't care. It's not about the money for her or Jidion. It's not about his money either. She doesn't care.
And you have people with respectfully viewership that does not meet the guidelines required for partnership getting partnered without doing doing anything?
I hate this little drama baiting thing she does where she's like, I shouldn't talk about this. But what if, maybe I will. Got too silly. Okay. Didn't she dog on XQC for what she's doing right now? Yeah, precisely. Thank you, Blue Mist, for the $2. I mean, and this is, you know, my whole chat gets it, which is the funniest part. And maybe it's because you've heard me explain it and, you know, you've seen the videos and you understand this and you have it all in perspective. But I don't think it takes even one of my viewers or anyone who's like even that smart to see the fucking inconsistencies and the fact that this person is so rich and famous doing all this shit. It does not take an astronomer or a rocket scientist or a JavaScript code writer to use your own eyes and ears and see the inconsistencies with this person.
I'm sure a lot of people want me to talk a little bit more about this, so let's Twitch bans. I know someone stupid out there is gonna be like, one time you showed a wee-wee accidentally on stream. Why didn't you get banned? But someone else showed a wee-wee and they got banned. Probably because it's their 20th time showing a wee-wee on stream.
Me when I invent arguments? What? We're all saying Twitch should ban people less, not ban people more. Bro, is anyone gonna in good faith look at Pokimane accidentally clicking a Pornhub link and be like, oh yeah, she needs to be banned for that? That's just fucking schizo. Okay, no one would say, oh, Pokimane accidentally clicked a link to a porn video and she should be banned. No one would say that, okay? Because we have iShowMeat, okay? Speed should not have been banned. It was an accident, legit an accident. You're having a schizophrenic meltdown and Spotify's paying you for it.
And I know some of you guys are gonna ask, oh my god, the jidion ban, la 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 la.
We want answers. Now.
Listen, jidion hate rated. Is that even how you say his?
Wait, hold on, bro. She literally hung out with this person in person, and she doesn't know how to say his fucking name.
And I know some of you guys are gonna ask, oh my god, the jidion ban, la 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 la.
That's so, like, that's actually crazy as fuck. Dude, she invited him over to his house to make up and have Chick-fil-A. And now she's saying, like, oh, what's that guy's name? Who the fuck is, what's that one dude's name? Does anyone know what that guy's name is? I don't know.
He hate rated me like 2 years ago. I don't even know when. And he got banned for that hate raid. And I will say though, he apologized. Me and him cleared the air. We have no beef. We've even texted recently. Like, all is well between us. Okay, but some people are gonna say, okay, for starters, for those who are saying, you got him banned. He did the thing.
Fucking unbelievable. You bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, she's delusional. She's delusional, bro. And who honestly can sit here in good conscience and believe that she didn't get jidion banned? Like, because she didn't literally apply for a job at the Twitch moderation policy team and click the ban button. No one can denote that she did actually, was the reason that he was banned.
For these huge creators, I think these decisions are made on a higher executive level. Like, they have a different...
Okay, so yes, there's a boss to the company. There's people that work for the boss. I don't know, bro, she's being like, she's literally saying, in a company, there's people who have power and some people who have less power, and the people with power tell the people with less power what to do, and the people with less power have to answer the people with more power, and the people with more power make the decision. Dude, no wonder her fucking fan base bought these repackaged snacks. Dude, this all makes sense now. This all makes sense. They listen to this, they think it's intelligent, they buy the cookies, they think it's original, they watch the streams, they think it's entertaining. It's all clicking. It's all clicking. Anything that this woman does, they find a way to like make it something that it isn't. This is not informative. The snacks are not original or healthy for you, okay? The streams are not entertaining. They just aren't. I'm sorry. This is just how this works, bro. And it's all making sense. It's just sad.
Which for me, I care a lot more about like quality of viewership, diversity of viewership, safety for content creators.
Dude.
But girl, it's 2024. We still got so many of these damn problems. Like, when I tell you,
like what? Be specific. What is the problems? Tell me. Tell us. We need to know.
Viewers on Twitch who harass and stalk streamers to no end, who have made...
Okay, that probably is true, to be fair. That is true. There is stalking. I know that is true. Like, if you're a girl and you do streaming, yeah, you will get. That is true. I agree.
Why would you be my platform of choice if I got options? I got options. So I'm kidding.
Yeah, you don't ever rap again.
I'm always gonna be a part of this damn here community, and I will always be striving for and encouraging the things that I believe in, and I'm always have a big ass mouth, a blah 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 blah. That's why I got a podcast.
I'm going in. How are you real? How? Dude, I'm astounded that Spotify lent this person even a fraction of a penny to talk on their platform.
I could only do like maybe a 5-minute stream before my Twitch streams, but aside from that, I was contractually and legally not allowed to do that.
I actually feel like I'm about to like grow like gray hairs or something. Like it feels like I've been here for so much longer than 38 minutes. We're in like a time modification zone or something. Like I'm like jet lagged.
There was something absolutely crazy that happened with a Twitch employee that I haven't fully publicized yet. But now that my contract is over,
okay,
I'm
wait,
considering doing that.
I want to hear
in another soon podcast episode.
The blue balling, bro. She's a professional. Like, dude, it's like she'll be like, well, this something crazy happened, but that's for the next episode. Dude, it's like edging. It's content edging, bro.
A lot of Twitch related stuff is corny, okay? It's corny and it's horny. Like, those are two of the primary adjectives I would use to describe a lot of the shit that I don't agree with that I see in this industry.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This is, dude, you know what this is? Bullying. Knock it off. Racism. Knock it off.
Bigotry. Knock it off. Crime. Knock it off. Robbing banks. Knock it off. Not saying thanks. Knock it off. Driving tanks. Don't do that. War is bad.
Bigotry. Knock it off.
Bigotry.
Knock it off.
Sexism.
Knock it off. Oh yeah.
And it's horny. And listen, there's nothing wrong with being horny. We're all human beings.
Yeah.
But some of the ways that people go about it really makes me want to question things. And some of the ways people project this horniness onto you, me no gusta, okay?
Oh my
Just
god.
putting that out there.
Oh my god. No me gusta, pero solamente hablo un poco español, pero no comprendo. Sí, pero no hablo más. What the f are you? This is like white girls get back from Mexico. Hola. Oh my god, I meant hello.
I think that's all, at least for today, I could really say
Are you
about
done?
Twitch. You guys kind of get my general feelings. Not as much as there was during the pandemic, but it's okay.
Shut up, please!
And I am really curious how the live streaming algorithm works, and if it does really showcase you to new audiences or not.
It's so, like, for the record, diversity does not mean diversity. It does not mean that, like, different types of people. It literally just means, like, women and minorities. That's all it means. That's like, she wants streamers that are women and minorities to like be, but just they want success for them specifically because of those immutable traits. I don't like care if they're doing well, and I hope everyone does well if they're fucking entertaining and stuff. But to want someone to specifically succeed because of that is so retarded to me. Yes,
like YouTube in and of
No, she's
itself
right.
will never be for live streamers because they are a VOD first platform. They prioritize their videos. Can they have good live streaming capabilities and tools? Yes, but those tools and capabilities and that community will never be like it is on Twitch because Twitch prioritizes live streaming. That's all it does.
That's so dumb. I love my YouTube live chat. I literally, bro, I mean, I get that she's like out of touch, but like, bro, I know the names in here, okay? I know the regulars. I know the people that come to every stream. I recognize you guys. I really do. I know that. My chat fucking rocks. I have a community. And I know, I guess that's because of like from the videos, obviously. There is a community on YouTube live streaming, I feel like. Like Turkey Tom does live streams a lot.
A video first YouTuber will always be bigger than a live stream YouTuber.
No, that's just wrong. That's just factually incorrect. Like, look at iShowSpeed. I'll show you. I'll prove it to you right now. Okay, million, 1.3, 1.2, 1.4, 1.2, 2.3. And we go to the videos. 2.6. I guess it's like the same basically. But the point that it's like gonna be a lot different is ridiculous. So like, let's look at videos that are actually videos. So we got this one, 2.1 million, 2.6 million, 4.1 million, 3 million, 2 million. So really there isn't this major discrepancy that she's describing.
I've been talking for an hour? How? Oh my god, when did this happen? Okay, I should speedrun. Oh my god, I thought this was gonna be a 30-minute video. God, can I yap? It's almost impressive.
I don't think a single person was impressed by what we just witnessed. I don't think one individual on this planet watched what we just witnessed and would describe their feeling afterward as impressed. I'd say depressed, actually.
Gambling should be allowed on Twitch because I personally felt like it should not be allowed on Twitch because
I just need a fucking break. Just give me 1 sec, bro. This is so fun. I love doing this, bro. I really love, dude. How 25? I just can't. 25 million. 25 million dollars. 25 million dollars.
The most important thing right now is for me to be consistent because I care a lot about that, and I feel like I owe that to you guys, and two, just talk about things I enjoy talking about, and I feel strongly about. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for
Okay, all right. We made it. We made it. We did it. Yo. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, we made it.